Hello out there in podcast land. Welcome to Beer League at the Get Off My Lawn Studios here. Hey, what's up, Greg?
In the house the Dyson built,
The
right?
house that Dyson. And hey, Kevin, we're still trying, buddy. We're still trying, knocking on that door a couple of times. We've had some snafus here a little bit here, but we'll get
It's a
there.
scheduling thing. You know these big dogs. You got to play with their calendar. He's a busy guy.
Very busy. He's got all that stuff going on with the new school and everything. Well, hey, let's we had a couple of weeks off and let's get back to it. We had some crazy stuff happen here. We've had a nice ice storm here, ice apocalypse here in Nashville. I hope everything works. It looks like there's a lot of knocked down trees out front.
It's rough. You drive through Brentwood, it looks like a war zone.
It does.
There's trees like all on the side of the road that are just waiting to get picked up, and maybe they'll get to it one day. I don't know.
I don't think they're gonna go for a while. It looks.
You better hurry up, or the tornadoes are going to come and the limbs are going to. We're going to be right back where we started.
Yeah, I know. My God, we're giving more trees down. Help the trees that are already hanging. They're going to be ripped apart too. Yeah. Hey, you know what? It's cool today. This is the first time we did this in a long time that we don't have a guest.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? It's good though. It's a little refreshing to get back to the basics.
Yeah.
We've entertained a lot of people. We gave some merch out. And speaking of merch, it's coming. It's coming,
God,
everybody.
it's
coming. We placed a big order. We're gonna have some really, really cool hoodies and some T-shirts and some hats and some really cool looking hats. Don't you think, Greg?
Yeah, they better be.
Yeah, they better be.
We're looking forward to working with the people at Twine.
Yes, Twine out there.
This deal sealed, and then we'll start bringing them to the masses.
Yes, you guys, and we're gonna have some some koozies too, some really cool koozies, not like the Flyer one, but with Beer League ones.
I'm excited about those.
Really cool. So how you been, bud?
Man, I've been doing good. I've just been digging out, not from the ice, but we went to Montana.
Yes, you
went
did.
to Big Sky and did some skiing.
I told you earlier that my wife did a half marathon up there last March. She ran up there and did some snowmobiling too up there.
She is really all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a world traveler, jet setter, 23.6. Is that what it is?
No, just half marathon.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, no. But I got to do a shout out because we're going at the end of the month. We're going to finish out. So when they do these runcations, you know who you are out there, Miss Lisa, MJ. They have knocked out every single one. Tammy's a couple behind. She doesn't have the full 50, but this last one will be their 50s, and we're going to do it in Napa Valley.
Ooh,
yeah. So congratulations out there, MJ and Lisa, and longtime listener Mike, Lisa's husband. Hi, Mike. How you doing out there? And I hope Bear keeps loving listening to us. His dog, he walks Bear every morning, and they listen to podcasts, so they really enjoys it.
Man, that's really cool that they did that. I got to tell you, Big Sky is pretty nice. They have always been known for some good slopes, but they just went all out and they built a tram up to the top of Lone Peak.
Okay.
And this thing is crazy. Now, I like to ski, but I'm not like a black diamond or a double black diamond guy, but
no moguls?
I'll do a little bit just to prove I still got it, but I don't do the crazy stuff. But this is the craziest stuff you've ever seen, and it turns out that prior to this tram being built, there was one triple black diamond in the world.
Triple.
Once they built this tram, Big Sky has 10 triple black diamonds.
What's the difference between double and triple? We already know what the difference is in double and triple A. It's a lot of money. But what's the difference?
I think the chances of you dying are much higher in AAA. They call it exposure, high exposure.
Ooh.
So you're basically one step down from helicopter skiing. And I tell you what, man, we got up there to the top. It was 11,000 feet, and it was cold, and you could barely even take any pictures. I tried to send some TikToks, but there were like 25, 30 people in this tram, and 20 of them were going to ski down there. And I was like, oh, this is insane. They had a little picture area where you could take a shot with all the scenic mountains in the background. It's like glass bottom floor, and you got to put booties on. Oh, and it was like, I don't even want to walk out over this. And there's people skiing down on snowboards. It's a different type, man. But that's a brand new tram that's only a year old.
And you didn't go down it, did you? It's safe to say.
I took the tram back.
Okay.
I did not risk my my life.
Were they yelling at you, going, "Oh, you should"?
No, they were like, you don't need to do that.
Smart decision.
You're gonna get a tib fib if you're lucky. That's the best case scenario is you shatter your tib fib. But it was good, and now I'm ready for spring, man.
Well, you had some really cool TikTok videos from it too. You know, I know you did have much more fun than me. I can tell you that.
They've got this igloo place where it's just built out and it's a bar, and they got a whole bunch of lights and crazy.
It looked
music.
cool.
It was fun, man. I recommend Big Sky if you can make it.
Big Sky, everybody. If you go skiing, go to Big Sky. I don't go skiing, not going to Big Sky. I'll probably go to that bar though. That igloo bar looks pretty cool.
Do it, man.
So yeah, man. So other than that, I mean, we've been we're hot and heavy in hockey season. It's coming to an end, isn't it, there, Greg?
It's the culmination, right? We're talking about the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Talk about playoffs?
See,
Are you kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, we are talking about the playoffs. We got a very special graphic in the background, and it's this weekend, right?
Yeah, this weekend playoffs for the NYHL or STYHL. Everyone, you guys are in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs.
We made the playoffs.
It's going to be a fun weekend. And you guys are going to Lexington, right?
Again.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of Lexington.
Yeah. Hey.
It's a beautiful rink.
Hey, it is beautiful.
It's kind of the opposite of Big Sky, Montana up there in Lexington. Not going to lie.
Yeah, no. Ain't the locker rooms in like the other county?
You got to like walk
away.
across the little carpet through a parking lot, and it's I don't know. It's a rink.
I got to say, I would love to go up to Lexington just to see my daughter. And, that's my thing.
Not to see basketball.
Not to see basketball or gymnastics or any of that other stuff, but, just to see my daughter. But this weekend, we're going to Knoxville.
Hey.
We're going to be Knoxville. I'll hang out with your old UT alma mater. So we could have traded then. You could have went to UT, and I could have went to
That
UK.
would have been nice, yeah.
Right, see, we could have did that trade. Come on, guys. We're going to change that up. So, yeah, we just got back this weekend from where do we go?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's a 6-hour drive. I got to be honest with you, it wasn't so bad to drive. The rinks are beautiful. You guys saw the videos, the TikTok videos on ours, man, right?
Yeah, it was popular.
3 sheets of ice, a big, long bar, and, there was some good wings there, too. The guy, the cook was a really
Curtis.
Good, no, was it Curtis? No, Curtis, was it Curtis? Ernest.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Vern. That's yeah.
He looked more like Curtis.
Yeah, he looked
50 Cent. That's what he looked like, not Ernest. I'm surprised.
He made some hell of a wings, man, I tell you. But Ernest out there, congratulations. You're probably the best wings in Fort Wayne, that's for sure.
And you educated people about the hockey, the real road to beer league.
That should be in every rink. I got to be honest with you. It should be in every rink. It was great. I loved it. We're getting a lot of hits from TikTok on that one, for sure.
And Instagram. Make sure that you're following us on the Instagram here.
At Beer League Live.
And on YouTube, right?
YouTube also. I love it. I love that. Yeah, so it was a great trip. The boys didn't have, every game was close. They went 0-2-2, and first game they lost, and big scoring game. The second game they tied. The third game they tied again, 3-3, 4-4. And then the last game to get into the finals, we ended up tying again and going to overtime. And they lost in overtime. A fluke bounce. It was fluky. When a defense tries to catch a puck and it hit off his palm and just shot over to the guy wide open. He's like, hey, how you doing? Bang, minute left.
It happens.
You know what, though?
Builds character.
Yeah, that was definitely builds character, too. That's for sure. Character, driving all this time.
And then you just got a 6-hour drive home to think about it and not talk about it.
One of the best things is we got out early. We got out early. Sticking around for longer and hitting traffic, but we got out early.
Yeah, that's a cool rink.
I liked it. I liked it. They did a good job about the place. It was perfect. It was big, nice arena. And one of the best things, you had Tim Hortons right next door.
Did you see that guy who was trolling you?
Yeah, he said he had a little blood pressure.
He said you're pre-diabetic and you should have a black coffee. It's like, dude, what kind of life do you have where you just got to talk shit about people? They're just getting a coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we were just talking about coffee, and he's so miserable that he's got to take a shot at you.
Thank you. I was a little offended, right?
I laughed at it and
so
replied.
I thought it was great.
But
I should have got
it was
more
kind of
sugar
funny.
in that thing.
Not really funny, just sad. But I don't know, man. It's fun to read these comments.
I think it's great. You know what? We have to have thick skin, and you know what? I think it's great. I enjoy it. Hey, listen, if they're not commenting, that means that we're not doing something right, right?
You ain't got no haters. You ain't popping.
Yep, exactly. Thanks. We should say something about Patrick Mahomes. We'll get some more clicks. Patrick
We'll
Mahomes.
save that till the end here.
Okay.
We got some news about Patrick Mahomes. But tell them what we're doing today. We got the playoff edition.
Yeah, we got playoff edition. We're going to be calling a lot of the parents in the local hockey area. So all our hockey area in the the Nashville area, the 4 organizations, we have the Junior Preds, we have the Nashville Flyers, we have the Music City Marauders, and we also have the Nashville Warriors. So excuse me, a little hiccup right there, but we're gonna have a parent from basically that has a kid in those organizations, and we're just gonna talk to them about how they got it on the screen there,
man. Now that we've got the regular season complete, we're just gonna see how everybody did.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple more weekends. We got 2 more weekends left. You guys have 1 more. We got a weekend, playoff weekend, and then they skip another one. And
you might have a tournament at the end for some country western or something.
That'd be nice.
But you guys did pretty well on here. The 12U AA Flyers.
Yeah,
right towards the top of the pack there with 27, 18, and 5, including that heartbreaker.
Yeah, I know.
But it's a pretty good season.
The boys are they're clicking. They're clicking. You got a lot of boys out there that score a lot of goals, and it's a good team. It's a very talented team. Good coaching, great goaltending. We have a goaltender named Finn that they go like this when he makes a save. Finn. So he makes a lot of good saves. Good kid. Again, you have some great goal scorers. You got Dangle McDangle, and you got Sonic, and you got all these little nicknames for the kids, and they play very well. They've been playing hockey together. They play roller hockey together too. So they're just super people and super coaches. So
you guys started off really strong at the beginning of the season. It almost seemed like it was going to get boring, but then you had a little lull there in the middle.
Yeah, when we were in Chicago, I think that's when it also kicked in. We're like, what's happening here? They stretched that. It's just losing games, and all of a sudden when we get back from Chicago, we just went on a kick again.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Start strong, finish strong.
Yeah. Hopefully the boys have fun. Again, they didn't win any big tournaments. They got a couple seconds, but doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. It's all about fun here. Again, I think the highlights for our season here, as a parent, I enjoyed it. Because I got to meet some new parents on the team and new coaches, great coaches, fun coaches. These guys are great. You got Coach Todd, great coach. You got Riz. Riz makes me laugh. He is a great dude. He's salt of the earth, that's for sure. He's a good guy, good hockey player too. So you can see how he is, and the kids love him. But me as a parent, I got to enjoy. I guess a little selfishness. I got to enjoy new people. New parents that I've never really met before. I got some really, really cool parents out there. And also one of the best things is reconnecting with some parents that we were in years past, and really, really good friends of mine over the years. Josh and Jeremy, man, those guys have been just salt of the earth, and it's great to hang out with them during the whole year. And it sucks that it's coming to an end, but, it's always great. Like you said, we become great friends. It ain't over. Yeah. It ain't over.
Yeah. We're getting Seth and Dee to come back next year. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what's coming. We don't know yet. We got a long conversations here. But and I think also too was a good bonus here for this year. This podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if it wasn't for you pushing this thing with this podcast, we had a great year doing this podcast. Don't you think, Greg?
Yeah, I think it's been a hell of a ride.
I mean, I think it's so much fun. We've created some almost like a documentary for our kids and us during this year. And it's really, really cool. It's on TikTok, it's on Spotify. It's a documentary for us. It's a lifelong. It's always going to be out there.
Well, wait till season 3 starts with JV middle school ball and all the drama that you're going to stir up there with those pants. Are they going to let you wear those shorts, your camo shorts?
We'll see. I might sneak them in a couple games though. But we're in baseball season now. It's starting to kick in pretty heavily. Practices and going, and it's gonna be tough. 25 kids to get them in the lineup.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 25. 25 kids. That's going to be the challenging
You're going
part.
to get a lot of emails then. You're going to need
not.
an AI assistant to respond to those emails.
I know. Well, we'll help. You can help me out. You want to help me out on that one?
We'll read some of them. If you have inappropriate and too frequent of emails, you may wind up getting read out loud, and maybe we'll blank out the last name.
Yeah, and the first name too. They could just
Maybe.
I mean, I'm going to get yelled at.
It depends on the email.
I know I'm getting yelled at. I know it. So how was your year? Talk to me about your year. How are you feeling?
Well, we were with the 14U A2s. It's the first year of hitting, right? And so we got an A2 team out there, and it's a little nerve-wracking at first. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a little nerve-wracking all the time, but it starts to fade as the season goes, and so you get used to it. I think it's good for them. Mm-hmm. I think it's real hockey, and the more you are just, okay, something could happen, and Maybe Jack will lay a hit. Maybe he'll just take a hit. He's not much. He's more of a finesse guy. He's still working on it.
He's smart.
At this point of the season, you want to see him.
He's smart. He's a smart hockey player. He's not going to get himself in trouble. That's for sure.
But it's a different deal. It's more intense. But they're not just out there hitting. At the beginning, kind of people got it out of their system, and one team up in Lexington was hitting. That's all they were doing, right? And then they calm down, and so there's not as much of it as the season goes. But every once in a while, you'll have something good. And we saw D had a check. Maybe you didn't catch that. That was an illegal check at his age.
Yeah, he can't do it. You got that video? You put that on or something? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I thought it was a clean hit. It was loud. I think that's probably what it was. It was just so loud when we hit him. But yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. What's your advice to some of these parents that are coming into the first year of hitting? What would you have to tell them if they're like, I don't want my kid hitting?
First of all, you got to hit up Greg Sowers if he's able to do these contact clinics right in the beginning of the season, or even before tryouts. Okay. So he has a nice program with 307 Hockey that kind of gets them warmed up for it, and there's no getting rid of the nerves, but this is a good way to minimize them.
Good.
And so he's got some clinics that he's done, and he's really good at. It's not like you're laying them out right away, so you might do a couple of these clinics with him. So that's important. I think you want to do one or two of these where it's educational and they're sitting you down and telling you how to take a hit, how to give a hit. And there's different refs are going to call it different. Like a lot of them are going to care more about making sure it's stick on stick, and you got to keep that stick on the ice, and so learning those proper
and no
techniques.
Elbows up, right? No elbows up.
So by the end of the season, they're starting to they're like, that might have looked like a good hit and it was fun, but I'm going to the box and I know why. Yeah. Whereas the first month or so, they have no idea. So get with those clinics, watch a couple of the videos on contact.
So no Scott Stevenses and stuff like that. Scotty can't do any Scott Stevens hits.
Yeah, that's something they're looking out for these days. But then have a drink, I would say. Just have a drink, maybe a buzz ball. We tries those because you're just waiting for it to happen, and it happened to Jack. We talked about it. He got his first hit, but then they get back up, and then you're almost ready for him to get hit, and then just move on. And after that, they keep going, and it's just the most exciting. It's what hockey is. That's why D's got to come back. He's got to have a season and he's good at it here. Yeah. He's good at it, man. I think that the hitting changes it up, and then you play somebody from Canada that's a no checking team, and you're like,
what just happened here? And then they dangle around everybody, and their heads are down, and they're not paying attention. You
start to realize why it is real hockey, right? And it's pretty intense, but football's intense. Yeah. There's all kinds of different contact sports, so it's good for them. I think at the end of the day, it is pretty darn good for them. Let me see if I can see what we got here.
Uh-oh. Is that the video?
We're gonna.
Is it coming on?
If we can get D's hit on here.
I don't know if you can, but if you can, you can. If not, no big deal. I know the coach got a little mad at him, but hey, I'm sorry.
I think we hear the scream, that's for sure.
Well, speaking about scream, hey, listen, let's get a little moment of silence of what's going on up there in Pawtucket, man. That's just I can't fathom what the heck is going on here with society. that's just nuts. Let's hopefully everyone's okay. I know there was some injuries and stuff like that, but and I think there was one death. But let's just make sure. Let's a little moment of silence. Okay, there we go, Joe. Just let's. That's terrible. Just terrible up there.
Really sad situation.
Yeah, I know, man. What is going on here? Did you get it going on here?
I think they're trying to stop the live March stream here.
That's all right. You don't have to lie.
It was a good. Well, it looked good, but the kid just.
Yeah, it sounded. He went down like a sack of potatoes, and some lady gets up and starts screaming, "Why are you laughing?" And not at us, not at the parents, but at my son, because I think he was giggling going to the box, and she's yelling at my son, and you hear this one kid going, "Nice hit, buddy." Oh, nice one, buddy. I'm like, oh, jeez.
That's what upset her.
I think so too. Right. But other than that, hey, so what we're going to do today? What we're doing today is we're going to start calling up some of our parents, some of our friends, and some of these organizations, some people, parents in these organizations, and just basically touching base with them, see how they're doing, see how their seasons are, and just asking them some questions. And I mean, these guys are lifelong friends of ours, and also, listeners to the show and watchers, right? What do you think, Greg? And some of them were on the show. And we're going to get them involved here. So let me go ahead and reach out to our first guest. I'm going to see if he's ready for us. And let me make a phone call because this is a call in first. Here we go. The first one of the day. Uh-oh.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Up,
is this Wes Bacon?
It depends on who's asking.
It is. You are on live on the podcast, the Beer League podcast. Say
What's
hello,
up,
Greg.
Wes? How you doing?
Oh man, hey Greg, how you doing? Thanks for having me, guys. What an honor, man. Yeah.
Listen. He, Wes is a longtime friend of ours here. I mean, for years at the barn. At the lab. We've been all together here since the kids were peewees. We got an old picture of the boys together. Wes is he's a long-time listener, as they say. The first-time caller, right? You want to do that as well? Long-time listener, first-time caller. Well,
no.
Thanks, Wes. Thanks for coming on the show. And I want to say thank you, brother. And I know you listen to us a lot. So, and I appreciate it. I appreciate your friendship. And I know Greg does too. And
absolutely.
We're here just to touch base with you and ask some questions here. And I'm going to give you a little people background here on Wes Bacon. Wes Bacon, first of all, is a tremendous athlete, a baseball player, college D1 baseball player, right? Oh, yeah. So he's not afraid of getting dirty and working hard, right there, Wes?
How much you said? I mean, I'm not. Do I have to throw you some side money for these accolades? No. Yeah, did play. I mean, rode the bench a bunch, but had some good times and good stories and met some good people along the way. So wouldn't trade it.
Nice.
So,
you guys still lifelong friends, man, from that too, right? Isn't it?
Absolutely. So
nice.
It's a good experience. So yeah.
Well, Wes is a very interesting character here, too, because Wes has two boys that play hockey and technically two different organizations. He has one son that is on the 11U AA team from the Warriors, correct? Is that correct?
That's correct. Yep. So
right.
Jack plays with the 2014's 11U. Yes.
11U. And Greg's got all the numbers up here. What's the record here? Are you guys having a successful season with them?
I haven't even, to be honest with you, I haven't kept up with the numbers. I would say successful from a standpoint of they're growing and learning the game and getting better each week. I haven't really put much into the wins and loss columns. I mean, they start off slow, but they've gotten a few wins along the way. But it's 11-year-old hockey. We're just looking to get better and have some fun and be around some good people. So we've been fortunate with all those things. So
I love it.
So far.
I love it. And I know you guys have some super coaches over there. Especially one of the coaches was on the show. Miss Allie, she's a great coach. And also Colby. Colby was coaching him too, right?
Colby helped out them too, yeah. And Allie's golden. So, yeah, we've been fortunate. We've been really lucky.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I'm going to start throwing out some questions to you. Again, you can say, I don't want to talk to you about this, or you just say, hey, whatever, just some questions. I'm going to pretty much go through everything here, Like one of my questions, why did you choose the Warriors organization? Well, I already know why, but let's see why others would say, why would you choose the Warriors organization?
Really, it just kind of fell into our lap. I mean, it's kind of a long story, Seth, for us. I mean, I didn't grow up playing hockey. I went to, took the kids to Preds games, and our oldest son, he was a 2012.
Oh, we're going to get to him in a second. He's the trendsetter of this.
was crying in the car because he had the Preds pamphlet or game program that they used to give out for each game that, he wanted to be a little Predator. And one thing leads to another. They flash up that, you can do the learn to skate in between intermission, sign up. And one thing leads to another. We do some house league and then end up at the lab and kind of fell into this group, and that kind of developed into the Warriors ultimately. So that's how we fell into the Warriors. The lab was 5 minutes from our house. So it just it fell on our lap, and we kind of ridden the wave so far. So it's been a fun journey.
Perfect. So, I mean, well, that's exactly. I mean, with the Vanguard, when it first opened there with the lab, and that was perfect because you were 5 minutes. I was a minute away from it, so that's where we became good friends during those years.
Yeah. That's where I met both of you guys. So some fun times. I hate that it's not around, but it.
Yeah. So. Now another question is, would you have done anything different?
Would have done anything different?
Mm-hmm.
Really, so far, no. I mean, not yet. I mean, it just kind of fell into us, and we kind of rid with it. I mean, it got to have patience along the way, mm-hmm. And it's been very much a learning process for me and my wife because we really had no hockey experience. So it's been a fun journey. It's been I wouldn't change anything yet.
Beautiful.
I mean,
beautiful. So. Now, all right. You played other sports too. I know that you played baseball. High level baseball. How would you consider travel hockey different from travel baseball or any other sport?
Well, it's tough to compare. I don't know what travel baseball is like now.
Yeah. Well, but even when you were your era.
But when we were growing up, I mean, it was big travel if you went to Chattanooga, to Memphis, to Atlanta to play. Or maybe, by the time you turn, 15, 16, maybe you go down to Florida for a tournament. I mean, going somewhere twice, traveling twice a month to play baseball probably would have been unheard of, back when we were doing it. But, so, it's very different from what I grew up being around and seeing. So, also being in the South, probably baseball, it's a little bit easier to get into teams to play probably than being a northern sport in the South like hockey. So I don't know. I debate about that all the time. I'm not sure what the answer is, but anyway.
All right, no, that's cool. Now, all right, what advice would you give parents who are considering putting their kid in travel hockey? And what are your feelings about that opposed to or house league? You have two kids in high level hockey. So, what advice if someone goes, hey, I'm thinking about putting my kid in hockey, 8 years old, 9 years old. What advice would you give them if they're thinking about putting in travel hockey?
Save your money.
Well, that was one of the other questions. I'm going to be like, is it worth the money? Is it worth the money?
So I mean, advice starting out, I guess really trying to figure out, make sure it's your kids passionate about things and not necessarily the parents passionate about it, if that makes sense.
Oh, no, it makes tremendous sense.
And that's tough to figure out for a 7, 8, 9, 10, even 11-year-old. But, you start to see as each year goes by, if they're still very interested in it and if they're a little bit more interested in it, or they're not as interested in it. So I mean, I think it's probably helped our family not having a hockey background in some ways, in that we didn't know what we're doing, if that makes sense. I mean, like,
yeah, it's all new to you. It really was. It's all new to you.
It's all new to us. So, but we've been lucky to have a lot of good families, a lot of good coaches along the way, and meeting you guys obviously too. So, wouldn't change a bit.
Nice.
So.
And one of my last questions before we get to your other son, the ultimate goal. What is your ultimate goal for your child in travel hockey or anything else? Or what is your son's ultimate goal? I mean, we all know every kid wants to play in the NHL, but
every kid will say that. But the ultimate goal for our children are to develop good human beings. I mean, at the end of the day, this runs out, whether it runs out when they're 13 and you're 14, or 18, like if you're lucky. But looking for the overall personal development that you can't, that's kind of tougher to get in other avenues or other areas of life, like school and whatnot. I feel whether it's baseball, hockey, or basketball, you name it, there's something that athletics brings to the table, and as far as learning and development, that's what we're hopeful for our kids.
Beautiful. I agree 1,000% what you said there. It is you nailed every question. What do you think, Greg? You nailed that questions?
Yeah, it's like he's been listening and he's been learning, or he just came up with this all on his own.
I think he came up with his own. Wes, have you been listening? Have you doing this?
I've been listening, but I don't know if you can tell. It's not my nerves from being on the call, but I'm shivering here. My teeth are rattling because I've been in the rink for 2 hours at this point of the night. So I'm standing up the side where standing up to my corner where nobody, stand by myself and shiver to death.
And that's a cold rink over there. Now
it's cold. It's cold.
Well, so that's one of your sons that is in the 11U. Now let's go to your trendsetter of this whole situation. Your son Coy, he is in the top level of AAA. U13, all right. He's U13 AAA, and Wes has been on, and Coy's been on that team for a couple years, like he said earlier, and he had the luxury and the tremendous experience of going to Quebec last year. How about talking a little bit about that?
That was a tremendous experience. It's a great experience, fun hockey. I don't really know how to put it in words. It's
breathtaking, isn't it?
Trying to choose my words. It's it's like a hockey and winter fairy tale. I mean, like the city is gorgeous. Everyone's there for it's almost like a giant hockey party. It's a long event, for better or worse. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad we went.
That's awesome. That's all. And then
I had the opportunity to go.
And actually, Coy's team is doing tremendous again. That is, I mean, what are they ranked? What are they, top 10, I think they are, Greg? What do they got over there?
Their rating is like 91.99. 10th, I think it says 10th.
10th in the country.
13.
10th in the country. I mean, that's amazing. That's especially here in Nashville. You have some superb players, and Coy's a part of that. That's awesome. What's their record? Was they 40-10-1 or something?
40-14-4.
Amazing. And
well, I wonder, do they care? Do they follow this? There's people who maybe have too much time on their hands and like to go to these hockey rankings and digest it. But do the kids keep up with how they're doing, or are they just busy being kids and working hard on the ice?
I think it's probably more so busy working hard on the ice and just having fun. I would probably I'd be lying if I said I doubt they look at it. I'm sure they look at it and probably take a little bit of pride in it. But they also are the age and the level now that so anyone can beat anyone on a given day. So it doesn't matter if you're going to play if the 10th ranked team plays the 30th ranked team or 50th ranked team. If you don't show up, guess what? You're packing your bags and you're pouting in the parking lot. I mean, it's so yeah. I don't know how much they look at it. It's not. I don't think they usually dwell on it, to my knowledge. But I'm just a dad, just playing chauffeur and getting them to the right
and writing the
spot
checks
at the right time.
Writing the checks,
So,
Dad.
yeah. There you go.
Well,
There you go.
I know we always talk a lot, and I know one of the lines you use, and it's actually a pretty accurate line. This is real hockey. You know, it is real hockey, especially when you go from your son that's in AAA of 13U, and then you go to your other son that's in 11U AA, and you go, it's night and day, I'm sure, with watching some of the kids play, and you're like, all right, I'm not to say one kid's better than the other, but it's just like, I'd rather go to the other game because it's like I'm going to the NHL game because of the flow of the game.
It's fun to watch hockey. I mean, because everybody knows what they're supposed to do for the most part, and it can come down to a turnover to dictating a game.
Yeah.
So it is fun to watch.
Yeah, everything's so close.
Yes, I'm partial. I realize that too, but
Oh man. Well, hey, I want to say thank you, man. Greg, what do you think?
Thank
Anything else you want to?
Just what's the highlight of the season? The AAA season, like maybe it's at the hotel, maybe it's a goal, maybe it's a human interest story. What stood out to you this year?
The highlight of the season. So like our younger son Jack. I mean, I'd say they pulled together some wins, and they finally got to experience winning a tournament a couple weekends ago. So that was probably good morale for them, even though they know they've been working hard. So I'd say that's probably the highlight for them so far. They have one more tournament, and we'll see kind of how they do. But I think everybody's grown and improved. So from a parent standpoint, no complaints on my end. So, but the older boys, they've had success in various points of the year. Their big push now. I mean, they went to Silver Stick over Thanksgiving. That was a neat experience. They'd hope to do maybe a little bit better, but I think when you're playing like a number one team in camp, in the Toronto area, I mean it's a tough games, So, but they're getting ready for the districts, and then ultimately, hopefully, they can show up in districts to have a chance to maybe go get a shot to go to the national. So that's a big goal for them, and that would be the big highlight if they can pull that together.
Perfect.
But again, anyone can beat anyone on any given day. So
perfect.
You never know.
Well, brother, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey,
thanks for listening. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate everything.
Thank you, guys.
We thank you. And so basically, overall, your experience in travel hockey, A+++, correct?
A plus so far. It just it's a huge time and financial commitment, but happy just we can make that happen. And at the moment, and no complaints other than it's cold, and I don't do well in the cold. So
well, Wes, again, thanks,
right,
brother. Love you, man. You be good. Thank you, man. Take care.
Adios.
Bye. That was a great call right there. What do you think, Greg?
Yeah, man.
We got another one coming up.
We got to move them
We
a little
got to
bit
keep
quicker.
going. We'll go quick.
Well, life story.
We got the life stories here. Good job, Wes. All right, let's try the next one. Here we go. All right. If they don't pick up, we'll just keep going.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Call you back. Sorry.
Landrigan.
Yep. Well, Tommy, sorry, buddy. You're done. Don't call me back. We'll call you. Let me just text him that.
Yeah, well, Tommy's doing a lot of...
He's new runner. I gotta do this. I gotta do that.
The busiest retired guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah, he is. Let me do this one. Let's see. got one more. We got a couple more. Well, Tommy, sorry, bud. We may call you if we have time. We'll call you. And here we go. Let's see what the next person is. We're just waiting him to get back to me. Yep, it's all right, Tommy. We got the next one on here. We'll bypass you in a second. And we have to ready if you stay ready. Boom! Here we go. Let's get ready for the next one.
Who we got?
We got Matt Williams.
Hello.
Hello, Matt. How are you today?
Gentlemen, I'm fantastic.
Thank you very much for the call and on the podcast for the Get Off My Lawn Studios and the Beer League podcast, brother. Matt Williams is on the phone.
I appreciate you having me.
Oh, thanks, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Hey, listen, we're just calling you up, talking a little hockey here. Greg's here. You remember Greg from last year?
Hey, what's going on, Matt?
Oh, man, I miss you much.
Man, I ran into
I get to see
at the Widespread concert, actually.
You saw him at Widespread?
Yeah.
You guys rocking out.
It was a fun time. Just came up, was in a good spirit, just dancing like, hey, let's go Flyers.
Was that's the way you remember
right.
it, Matt, right?
That's exactly. Yes, if Greg says so.
Well, I want to thank you, brother. You know, Matt. I was going to give you a little insight on Matt. Matt's son, Henry, was our kids played in the same team last year, and I think last year was your first year of travel hockey. Is that correct, Matt?
It was the first year as Flyers. We played some house league and some all-stars, so kind of a intro to travel to a degree. But this last year was our first year, and now we're about to wrap up our second. Nice.
Well, I'm going to let you know too. I mean, we're going to let people know that your son is on the A1 14U Flyers, correct?
That's right.
All right, yeah. So right now, I mean, Greg's son is on the A2, and my son is on the 12U AA team, so he's a little bit younger. So you're basically setting the ways for everybody right now. And I know, Henry was one of our top goal scorers of our team last year. I'm sure he's doing really good this year too. Is that correct?
He is. He's having a pretty good year.
Nice. Well, I'm going to ask these questions to you, and what you're thinking here, and what's some of your highlights this season as a parent? What are you thinking of this as a parent this year?
Well, I so enjoy hockey season, not just spending time with the kids and at the rink, but you see all your friends again and travel, and it's just the whole experience has been fantastic.
Nice.
You hope that the hockey is really good, but that's no guarantee. Mm-hmm. So, you just try to get better from the beginning of the year to the end of the year and enjoy the ride.
There you go. Well, I tell you, I do miss you. I do miss you, And
yeah,
again,
I miss you guys too.
It's great though. Like I said earlier in the show, that this season here is also, we get to meet new people. And we also get to reconnect with old friends too, and we see each other at the rink here a lot. So it's you get to meet so many new people and so many cool people, and our kids become friends, and they become friends with other kids, and it's just such a great family there. So let me ask you a couple questions here that we're going to say. Why did you choose the Flyers over any other organization?
Well, when Henry started, we did the Get Out and Learn and the Little Preds, and he came to me one day and said, Dad, I don't really want to do the clinic stuff and the half-ice stuff. I want to be on a team. Mm-hmm. I want to have teammates, and, similar to, I guess, baseball and things of that nature. So we started looking around, and we were familiar with Centennial and House League, and so we started there, and then kind of did the travel thing with the All-Stars and just met the people and really fell in love with the coaches and the parents and the little community that it was, and never crossed my mind to leave.
Beautiful.
Even though you're just like a stone's throw from
Man, I can
Bellevue,
almost
man.
see
You're so close.
Bellevue, Fort Ice out of my window right where I'm standing.
Oh, wow.
And it's a great facility, and both the facilities are nice, but that's not really, when you look at, back on your time, who cares about the facility? You're going to remember, just like your kids are going to remember, the kids, the families, the atmosphere that's created. The hockey is important, but it's not everything. It's the community is what really sold us.
Love it. Absolutely love that. That's a great answer. That's perfect. So, I mean, if you have done anything different this year, would you do anything different? And if so, what would it be?
I can't think I would do anything different. I've always taken the position as a parent that, this is Henry's thing.
Yeah.
I'm more Uber driver than I am hockey coach.
It sounds like with the last call. I'm Uber driver and a check writer.
Yeah, I want it to be his. I want him to own it. It's his memories. It's his thing growing up that he loves to do, and I don't want to get in the way of that. Whether that's with other parents or coaches, that's not my thing, really.
No.
You guys know me. I'm pretty laid back and, trying to have a good time because it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Not just for them, but for us too.
I know it would bum me out if my kid goes, Dad, I don't want to play hockey anymore. I'm like, no, I miss my friends. We're seeing each other on a weekly basis, all the time, and you become friends with each other, and you go.
You do. And honestly, that's the worst part is when the season's over and, you go through another tryout, you're going to get a new set of teammates and a new set of parents, and you get some familiar faces, and that's all. It's fun too to have some new parents. We've met some great parents here that I didn't know last year, but I miss my guys too. We had so much fun last year that
Too much.
I hate
fun.
not seeing you guys every week.
Parking lot races. Hey, let me ask you about the hitting side of it. So this is Jack's first season. We were talking about it earlier. How is Henry taken to that? Does it change the way he plays? Is he like giving hits? How's that going?
I was probably more worried about it than Henry was because I've never been through any of this. So I asked some parents that have kids that were older, what's it like? And Rory Brown, Graham, and Graham's dad told me that Miles, they thought it was going to be a big deal, and it just really wasn't as big as they thought. And I kind of think the same thing. It's new to the game. I think the kids think about it and worry about it more than they really need to. Henry's been hit a few times, and Henry's hit a few times, and he just really doesn't think about it. It's just not part of his game. Now, you guys know he's not one of the bigger kids out there.
Yeah.
He's not out there looking.
He's one of the fastest.
Yeah, well, that helps him, but he's not out. It doesn't change the way he was playing the game.
Mm-hmm. Well,
he's a skater every once in a while, but
he skates with his head up, so he's always been a smart hockey player. So that also helps out a lot too.
Yeah, I would tell these kids, don't change how you play. I don't think it's as big a deal as it gets made out to be. I honestly wish they'd teach it a little sooner.
And they used to. They used to back in the day.
Well, that's the thing is like when you're 13, 14, there's a pretty big disparity about the people out there on the ice. There's some kids that went through puberty 2 years ago, and then there's some kids that
exactly right.
are thinking about it maybe sometime in 2027, and it's kind of a tough time to introduce it. If you did a little bit younger, they're not as powerful. They're not going to hurt each other. They can control themselves a little better. So that's a USA
you're exactly
hockey
right.
thing. But
and you get to learn how to take a hit too. I think that's probably the most important thing. Everyone can hit each other, but you got to learn how to take a hit. I mean, that's
exactly right. That's exactly right. This year has probably been, like Greg said, the biggest disparity in size that I've seen in the same age group. I mean, we play some kids that are 6 feet, 180.
Oh, jeez.
Henry's 5'6", 100 pounds if he's just out of the shower. So I do think they should teach it a little younger and let these kids kind of adjust to it.
Nice. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I do. I like what your idea. You get them younger, and because again, the collisions aren't going to be as heavy. A 50-pound kid knocking into each other is a little different from a 150-pound kid hitting into each other.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Hey, now another question. You guys seem like you're having a successful season. I mean, what's the numbers, Greg? What do you got there? What on that team? That team is actually doing very well. You guys were number 1 in your division, right? You got playoffs this week, right?
We do. We have playoffs this week. We lost 1 game this year in the regular season. Mm-hmm. So the 1 seed headed up to Evansville.
Oh, so you guys got Evansville. That's where you're at. Okay. So this weekend he's in Evansville. Okay. Now, do you see
the numbers are 27, 12, and 3?
There you go.
That's pretty good numbers there that Blake's put up.
Yeah, Blake has put up a really good season there. And so obviously the team's success is being successful. So how do you feel that Henry is doing? Is he excelling? Do you think he's growing as a hockey player? And what have you seen differently this year from him than over the years past?
Henry is invested. It's his thing. Mm-hmm. So he wants to do well. He comes home and hits pucks and that's awesome. He watches some video and stuff. He's invested, but I also think it kind of takes a little bit of luck. And by that I mean when you're on a team and everybody else is kind of invested, they're all pulling the rope in the same direction. That helps tremendously. And this group of kids, they all want to do well. They all play for each other. The attitudes are really good.
Nice. Well, I know you have a
and that
really
kind of
good
rising
team.
tides lifting all the boats. That's so beneficial.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. Another question I got out of you. What advice? And I asked this question earlier. What advice would you give parents who consider putting their kids in travel hockey, or would you say, hey, go to house league first? I mean, you went to house league first and then you went to travel. What would be your advice if a parent says, hey, I'm thinking about putting my kid in hockey. I want to go to travel or house league. What do you think we should do?
My advice would be to start them in house league at least 1 year and see how much they want to do it. Travel hockey is not only expensive, but it's
of heart.
It's not. It's very time consuming too. It's weekends on the road. It's multiple practices on ice, off ice.
And that's why it's important to have a good group of parents, right? Because you're spending a lot of time with these people. Some teams are better than others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about it.
And you did the All-Stars, did you not?
We did. We did 2 years of that.
And so how did you like that? I mean, that's kind of tempting. 4 travel weekends, you get a taste of it.
I think it's a perfect introduction to travel hockey.
Nice.
It's just enough to kind of get a taste for and understand what it's about, but also not be overly invested in something that if your kid doesn't want to be there and you don't want to be there, what are you doing? I mean, I made Henry run cross country 1 year and he hated it, and I didn't like it. Hot as all get out. A couple times a week, I was like, if you don't want to be here, I don't want to be here. Why are we here?
Exactly.
So, man. I'd start there. I'd highly recommend that. And it's not overly expensive to do that. And if you feel like you really want to dip your toe in the water a little further, come on and give it a shot.
Nice.
It's a great time.
Good. Now, my last question to you is it worth the money? Because it is expensive. Is travel hockey worth the money?
I mean, I'm the last person that wants to spend anybody else's money, unless it's some kind of bar bet. Then I'll spend all the money you got in your wallet. But for me, I'm only going to speak for me. Mm-hmm. I thoroughly enjoy it.
Beauty.
I enjoy the parents. I enjoy cheering on the kids. I enjoy the little off ice team building things that we do sometimes on the road, and it's a nice little getaway. For me, absolutely. I want to do it as long as Henry wants to do it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Man, I want to say thank you. I thank you for your friendship over the years. The last 2 years I got to meet you last year.
I remember when you guys met at the middle school game.
That's right. Yes, we were at a middle school game when you came up to me and said,
I came up. I did. I saw Dimitri's name on the back of the jersey and was like, that kid's going to be on our travel team. I should introduce myself.
Yep, that was a great
Are
time.
you doing middle school this year?
What's that?
Are you doing middle school this year?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Well, we're not. Greg is doing it with Jack, but we're just elbows and knees deep in baseball now. He's playing travel baseball, and he's also made the school team too. So it's going to be a lot.
That's great.
why.
Yeah, and Seth is
playing other
actually
sports
coaching. He's coaching too.
Yeah, I got. They brought me
see.
out of retirement, man. They bring you back in.
Yeah, I noticed I didn't get a whole lot of questions about coaching in this.
Yeah. I love it. Well, brother, I want to say thank you, man, and looking forward to always seeing you at the rink. And I know
I can't wait to
D and
see y'all.
Henry always still talk to each other on the iPad, and they talk to each other a lot. So I want to say thank you for our friendship, and I'm looking forward to hearing you over and over again and pounding the glass, man.
Man, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see y'all again.
All right, brother. Well,
Take
again,
it easy,
thank you
Matt.
so much. Take care.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Thanks,
Take
brother.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. What a good call right there. Matt Williams.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Great guy. So I got another call right here. We're going to get him ready. Let's make sure he sees he picks up. We got Big Andy Strandmark. Da-doom, do-do-do-doom. We got the call. Let's see if he picks up. If not, we're going to bypass Andy. He's got 2 kids. 2 really, really good hockey players.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Sorry,
The person
Andy.
you're trying to reach is...
Sorry, bud. We'll call you back later. We're going to go back to Tommy here. Tommy, here we go. Tommy! There we go. Let's go back to Tommy. Here we go.
Hey, what's going on?
There he
Hey,
is.
Tommy!
Hey, what's going on, boys?
What are you
I'm just
doing?
sitting here at gymnastics.
Really? All right. We're calling you here. Welcome back on the podcast. Hang on one second. I got another text here. 1 second here.
Yeah, I mean, he was a real good guest. Episode 9, if you don't know.
Episode 9.
Youth Refs, one of the higher rated episodes, colorful episode. You get 2 Long Islanders together, and you're going to have to, maybe put a parental advisory sticker on that one. But it's still one of my favorites.
Ain't no PG about it.
Oh, man. Well, Tommy, thanks, man. Thanks again for coming back on the show. I know you're in gymnastics right now, and you got twins, one playing hockey and one doing gymnastics. Well, we're going. I mean, hey, you can get all crazy with these things. Yeah, let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
Let me see. So, okay.
I have athletic kids, and they enjoy sports.
Nice. Well, Tommy, little Tommy is playing right now in the 12U A1 Junior Pred organization. Is that correct?
That is, yes.
All right. So right now, you've been, again, we've already talked a lot about our friendships and over the years and from the last podcast and everything. Let me ask you a couple questions here. We're just going through the whole kit and caboodle. We'll talk to everyone. This is more of how your season is going, how the growth of Tommy and everything is. So let me ask you a question. Why did you choose the Predators over any other organization?
I just think they had more to offer than anybody else. Like when we went through Learn to Skate, it was through the Junior Predators. And House League, he also went through there. We did a detour for one season with another organization.
Or you could
But then
say
we came back to the Junior Preds.
Yeah, you went to the Warriors. You were with the Warriors for one season.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this year, I know.
I got to tell you too. Also, the amenities at the facilities are top notch for the Predators, better than anybody else in the area.
I can see that.
You can drink beers there.
You can drink beer. That's the key. You get a bar.
There's several things. You can get a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that's key too.
Well, that's
You can't get that.
I've never done that, but
5 o'clock in the morning, you got to have that coffee, that twice daily in Bellevue.
Yeah.
And even in Antioch too, they have coffee. They got the pumpers.
Antioch, the snack bar. Yeah,
got the
snack bar's
pumpers.
open. Yep.
Yeah, that
Well,
coffee's
we're
not
gonna-
so bad.
Centennial
Hey,
has no snack bar.
We're going to get one.
Yeah, we'll get
It's
one.
coming, whether
It's
we
coming.
want it or not. It's coming.
It's coming. The blue and yellow's coming. Right, Sean? Right, Sean? It's coming.
There you go.
Oh man! So all right, so your son right now is in the A1 team. 12U. I know you're having a little on the what's the record, Greg? What's the record that they got? We got the rankings and all this other fun stuff here. So I mean, the numbers are not the best right now, and the season is not successful for a team. But you don't know what else is. But
we lose 3 for every one that we win.
Okay. All right. Now the growth, but the bottom line is, how's the growth of your son? Is he loving it? And what's some of your experiences that you're having that are positive?
I'm going to say, despite the losing record, the experience has been mostly good. I think my kid has definitely gotten much better as a player. I'm very impressed with the coach, both his skill and his drive. So I think my kid has learned a lot from him.
Who is the coach over there?
Seth Enzor.
Okay.
So he's the head coach.
What's some of your highlights, and what's some of you think Tommy's highlights are this year?
Well, he's playing defense, and he's 1 of 4, so he gets a lot of ice time. And I think that he's, like I said, grown into the position because he's played it pretty consistently. Last year he bounced around center, wing, defense. This year he's been mostly on defense. And I think he's grown into that position.
Are you happy with him playing defense, or would you rather see him play forward?
I think I'm happy with him playing defense. Initially, I thought he was going to play forward because that's what he wanted to do, I thought. But then he approached the coach on his own and said, Coach, I think I'll do a better job on defense. And you know what? If he's happy, I played defense when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. So, if he's happy doing it, then I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. That's perfect. Now, let me ask you one other question. So the growth of him, he's happy, he's having a good time, he's coming home, he's got the smile. You're back next year. Would you do anything different this year? And if so, what would you do?
Would I do anything different from my perspective? I don't know. I try not to overwhelm him. He's only 11. Mm-hmm. Maybe a couple of more private lessons.
Okay.
Like, he's not a good shooter. I think that's the worst part of his game, and it probably needs some work, and I hope to work on that in the off season.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Greg knows that I run that thing in the summer. I rent the ice once a week, just so him and a bunch of kids his age, friends of his, could just play the game. Mm-hmm. Instead of overwhelming them with camps and lessons, they just play the game. Mm-hmm. And as an 11-year-old, I'm pretty happy with him just enjoying the game for the game. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Other than that, how many other different moves I'd make.
Okay. Well, I know Tommy's playing a little baseball here coming up here. Let me
tomorrow.
ask you. Yeah, he's starting his practices tomorrow, the skills and drills out there at FBC. Yeah, I wish I was out there too and doing a little coaching on that. That was always fun. Let me ask you, how is travel hockey different from other sports and other commitments that you have?
I believe that the travel is much further. Like, my daughter does gymnastics, which is considered travel, but almost everything she does is in-state or in a neighboring state. Whereas hockey, probably 50% of the games are out of state or a distance. So I think for hockey, there's a lot more travel than most other sports. So there's a commitment to that. 7-8 weekends a season, getting in the car and driving 4 to 10 hours one way.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
So
now, what advice? Say you have a friend of yours, and hey, I know your kid plays travel hockey. What advice would you give a parent if they're interested into going into travel hockey? What advice would you give them? And, from your standpoint, and Tommy, again, you've been a referee, you've been around the game of hockey for a long, long, long time with your nephews. I mean, again, your nephews are phenomenal hockey players, and you've grown up in hockey, and you went to college for hockey too. What some advice would you have a parent? A parent comes to you, new to the game, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They don't know what they're getting into. What would you do? What would you give them? Advice?
Like you just said, hockey's my sport, my favorite sport. I also enjoy baseball. I enjoy a host of sports. So I obviously steered him initially towards it. I had him skating at 3 and stuff like that. But then, baseball started at 5. He was given a taste of soccer. He's also doing boxing, which he just picked up in the last year or so. So my thing is expose your kid to several sports until he finds his own niche, and then see what his dedication is, and ask him frequently, or her, do you enjoy this? Or, when you come off a loss or a hard, the kid's got an injury or whatever, hey, how do you feel about this? And I've had probably 2 or 3 frank conversations with Tommy in the last 2 years, and I'm trying not to live vicariously through my child. I'm saying, listen, do you want to do this? Do you want to do something else? And he has consistently told me that he wants to play hockey as well as the other sports, but hockey's his primary sport.
Perfect.
So my advice to other people is do the same thing.
Okay.
Don't play travel hockey or push your kid to lessons 5 days a week because that's what you want. Ask your kid frequently, not just, hey, you just had a tough season, you had a tough practice. You still digging this, you enjoying this, One of the things with travel hockey that I didn't touch on was, a lot of these weekends away, there's friendship building. There's, you go in the hotels, the things outside of the game. Like when we were in Washington last month, we did a lot of sightseeing. We saw family, things that we probably wouldn't have done if we weren't on a hockey trip. So, it's more than just the game itself.
Okay.
Were there any crazy tales that came out of this season? Anything exciting or funny or unexpected?
The beginning of the season, we had some bullying going on for a variety of reasons. And I think for the most part, I'm going to say 95% of that went away. My wife and I talked to several of the parents, and we told Tom he's got to learn to stick up for himself. And like I said, 95% of it went away.
Okay.
So, that I think, again, that's a maturity thing. In life, we're all going to face certain challenges brought onto us by coworkers or superiors or even strangers. And you have to learn to get over that adversity. So I think in the long run, I hope at least, that's going to be a good lesson.
Well, I do think that travel hockey introduces you to all kinds of people and parents and families. And, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that is a really good opportunity to learn how to deal with a group of people that, you don't pick your team.
These people, you're right, you don't.
Yeah.
But you're seeing these people, like I said, you're seeing them at the rink, you're seeing them at breakfast, you're seeing them in a hotel room, maybe over a couple of drinks, maybe after a stressful loss, whatever the case may be. So you see people under all different circumstances.
Yeah.
You see the kids as well as the families. And I think in a lot of ways that's a good thing because you see how people react and how they deal with it. So.
Okay. All right, Tommy, my last question for you. This is probably the main question I've been asking a lot of people here. Is it worth the money? Travel hockey.
I'm going to say where I am right now, yes.
Okay.
Where I am right now, because we're playing A1, and there's probably, with games and practices, he's on the ice 3 times, sometimes 4 times a week. If it's a game weekend, he may be on the ice 6 times a week. Also, the weekends away, while they're long drives and this and that, we're in the car together as a family. So there's a lot of talking going on. There's a lot of closeness. And, maybe it's unique to me because of my background or because I'm me, but we always try and do sidebars to the hockey. We don't just go to the rink and come home. We'll go to, certain restaurants or iconic places in the city. We'll go to a museum. We'll go to, certain historical places. You know, when we went to Chicago earlier in the year, we took a cruise, you know, and some of the time we had off, we took a cruise up the Chicago River. I think without hockey, that never would have happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, you know, hockey's expensive, but, you know, I think where I'm at is worth it. I think if we were doing AAA with all the travel and, you know, the expectations that come along with your kid playing AAA, like he's going to hopefully make it someplace, I don't know, man. That's something you're going to look in the mirror and talk about a couple of years from now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, you know, for right now, for my brother, his kids play AAA, and it seems to be worth it, and he paid a lot more money than I'm paying.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that's a question, unfortunately, that you're going to look at in retrospect. Was it worth it? Not is it worth it?
Mm-hmm. It's a good answer. I know we've had a couple of parents already on here that, you know, some are in AAA, and they said, yeah, you know, they think it's a great thing, and that's awesome. You know, that's absolutely awesome. Tom, well, I want to say first off, thank you, man. Thank you very much for your friendship. And again, you know, for the first day I saw you out there in the rink when you had the Islander hat and I had the Ranger hat, and right then and there. And then, you know, our friendships and the families are awesome. You got a great family there. Love the family. You're absolutely outstanding. Thank you for being a part of this whole growth, and thank you for being a part on the show. And again, I can't thank you enough, man. You know, Greg, we always talk about, you know, we always talk like this because we said that's you, and that's how you speak.
I'm loud.
Yeah, I had to turn down the dial. Actually, this thing was flashing at me. I was like, "What the hell's that?" Oh, it's Tommy.
That's
Tommy.
why.
Sorry, guys.
Lower it.
I could have put the phone down and walked outside of the gymnasium and just yelled out in the air because I'm in Franklin right now.
Tommy?
You guys are just on the other side of the town, and you guys could have picked me up and put me on the air. So I get it. So,
And Tommy was on episode 0.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah, he was. And we did a call-in with him too, right? Yeah, we
that
don't.
was a test run.
Test run.
That's it.
we learned a lot.
Learned a lot that day. Well, Tommy, again, buddy, thanks so much for everything. I appreciate your friendship and love you guys and
All
love
right.
the family, man.
Good luck with the podcast, fellas. We'll
Take
see
it
you soon.
easy, Tom.
Thanks, bud.
All right.
Bye-bye. Again, great call. Great person for the show. We got it. We're going to go to another one. I know we're going to get these quick. We got to get them quick.
Yeah.
We got some good people. We got some good guests here. Now we're going back to Big Andy. Let's get Andy. Andy's one of the guys here. He's one of the dudes. There he is.
Yo.
What's up, Andy Strandmark? Welcome to the Beer League podcast and the Good Off My Lawn Studios. What's up, bud?
We're just going to jump right into it, huh?
You're jumping right in, babe. You're on the call right now as we speak. Say hey, hi, Greg.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna.
How are you?
We're going through. I'm sure you're at practice right now. So I'm sure, or if you're some other place, you know, it's flying around with your business. So, where are you? Are you in the States?
I'm home now.
Okay, all right. So you had practice
Got home.
today.
Boys had practice at. Been lucky. They've been 4:30 to 5:30, so it's been pretty nice.
That's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. All right, I want to give you a little background on Andy out there. You know, Andy right now, he's got 2 sons, 2 phenomenal hockey players. I got to be honest, probably one of the better hockey players in the system here in his age groups. And his son is one son is in 11U AA Marauders, the Music City Marauders, and his other son is a 12U AA Music City Marauders. That's Graham and Barrett, as known as G and B, right? Is that G and B and G they usually say on our text threads? But I want to give a background with Andy here first. Andy is he's a 9'9". He's bigger than Manute Ball. You remember Manute Ball?
Oh, man.
He's our Manute Ball. But Andy has played Division I basketball, and I think he was a center. No, honestly, Andy is over 7 foot. Are you over 7 foot now, Andy?
No, I'm fat, so I'm 6'10" now.
I guess his belly's bringing him down. There he goes. He's shrinking. He started to shrink.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to say thank you, man, for calling, for getting on the call here. And we're talking just about the organizations here and how everything is going and how your seasons are going. And I got to say, and I'm going to brag a little bit on your son, Graham. You know, Graham is probably one of the better 2013 birth years, 12U hockey players in town. He's a big physical defenseman, and he's only going to get bigger. With Dad being so big, and Mom was what, 6'3"?
6'1", 6'2".
6'1", 6'2". And so there's some big roots right there. So
here we go.
And Barrett too. B is the other one, and is he bigger than Graham right now?
He is probably as tall right now, but definitely not from a size perspective.
Yeah.
Weight-wise, no.
Okay, well, he's a year behind. He'll get there.
Yeah, he'll get there.
So, but Andy is playing at the Marauders, and to me, and we've always said that this we have 4 organizations here. We got the Flyers, we got the Junior Preds, we have the Warriors, and the Marauders. Now, the Marauders, for people out there that don't know, is a very high intensity, high level hockey, to a point where it should be a AAA organization, but unfortunately it's not because it's not sanctioned.
Is that because of the rink? Does it have to do with the size of the rink or what?
Greg, it's interesting, that question, because I don't understand the rules of what Saha does with things, but I think it probably isn't because of the rink, and also because I don't think Saha is going to give another one of those charters out just based on how many hockey players are in town.
Yeah,
is my understanding.
They just got another one in Dallas, right? They're excited about that, but that's a huge. How big is Dallas? 3 times the size of Nashville.
Yeah,
it's tough to get a second sanctioned team.
Well, did Clarksville get a AAA team? Do you know of, Andy?
I don't know.
Okay.
I had heard they were doing some other stuff with the junior program.
Okay.
I don't know about anything else.
I kind of heard some grumblings, but usually Andy's helps me out with what's going on, right? It's like telephone, telegraph, tell Andy. Andy knows.
Yeah. The rumor mill in Nashville churns, as you guys know.
Dude, it is always and we're on text threads together with Andy, and Andy's a very good friend of mine. We went back for years when we started the lab together. When you first moved here from Chi-Town, right?
Yeah, we walked into the lab one day, and you guys have played in the CCM Chicagos and stuff, and played at that Evanston rink, which is like the nicest place in Central Time Zone, it seems like. And we go from there to the lab, and we walk in, and my kids are like, "We don't want to do this anymore."
I want to play lacrosse.
It was very wild. Yeah, I wish they would have.
Well, I was going to ask you, why hockey? I mean, knowing that you have the background.
Fault.
What is your wife's fault, huh?
Well, we lived in Chicago, and it was just, you got 2 boys that are 14 months apart from each other, and she's trying to find stuff for them to do, and signed them up for Learn to Skate, and they both sat in the corners of the rink and cried like there's no tomorrow, until one day they're like, "Oh wait, this is actually pretty fun." You remember, Seth, when we moved to Nashville, we used to have to bribe B with $5 gift cards to like the dollar store right there by the lab. If he'd get through without crying, he could go buy some stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was like just a way to get through it.
It's always costing you money.
Yeah. We'll get that question later, dude. That's another question we've been asking everyone. So let me. We're asking these questions, Andy. Again, I've always said, Graham is pretty much one of the better hockey players in the area. And by far is a AAA player for this area and outside that area. You can always say this AAA Nashville or AAA Boston. But it doesn't matter. Graham is a AAA player. Bottom line, he's going to be physical. He's going to be mean and nasty. He's got a great slap shot. He's speed. He's fast. So my question is, and I know we've also played together with the Warriors organization too. What made you choose certain organizations over the other organizations? What is it?
Well, we started at the lab, right, and that turned into the Warriors, and then Graham had the opportunity and then we've talked about this ad nauseum, but like proximity, right? I live 4 miles down the road from the Nolensville rink.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a godsend that became the thing, and then we all know the
we don't
lack of students in the 2013 birth year.
Yeah.
So it just turned into one of these things where like they don't even have a program at this point for that birth year, to my knowledge.
Correct.
So it just turned into, got to know Jordan and Matt real well over at the Marauders, and just believe for Graham and what he wants to do with the game and everything, that's the best development for him. And he had tried out to play AAA with the 2012 team 2 years ago and got cut. And honestly, it probably was the best thing that ever happened for him.
No, it is the best thing. It really is the best thing for him, and his growth And I mean, again, I'm sitting here as a friend telling you that. I think he is so successful right now. And there was only two organizations I believe that would behoove for you and Graham's growth. You know, you have the Warriors / whatever junior Pred team, AAA, and then you have Jordan's team with the Marauders. To me, I think Jordan is the top skills coach in the area. You know, you have a close second or even a 1-1A over at the Warriors. I believe I'm still there. And then you have, your other things. And again, it's your preference. And I think the level that you are going that's the only direction for you, for Graham. He's got the best coaching for what he's going to do. And I think that's a home run right there. What you're doing there, especially watching his growth over the years. It's been great watching him. I've seen him. He was a peanut too, dude. I've seen him grow.
Yeah. Yep. Since the beginning here.
So now, my next question here. We always say, Greg's got the records and stuff like that, and you guys don't really play in a league. You play in a lot of tournaments, and you play upper level tournaments. You play a lot of AAA teams, and you're very successful against them. You do lose and win some games, but you're competitive with them. Do you see Greg? What's their record on that for that team?
We talking 12U?
12U.
It'd be 12U. It's got to be
19, 21, and 2.
Yeah, pretty much 500. Pretty much 500, especially when you play a AAA, you're a AA organization, but you have a lot of AAA players. So, and it's successful to me. That is successful. You're not in league play. Do you feel that your team is successful, and are you happy? I think I probably know the answer to this, with the growth of the way Graham is going.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of that weird thing as a parent where it's like, hey, we take it on the chin sometimes, but hey, did you have fun? Do you want to go play again tomorrow? And did you feel like you learned something? It's hard to kind of get kids to quantify that whole week. We're wanting we care more about development than the wins right now, because the wins are what they can talk to their friends about, So it's interesting in that regard. But yeah, it's been a season. We knew it was going to be a different type of season. They lost a lot of kids from last year, and the kids are having to play different roles this year. So it's been a good growth thing for them.
So what areas of improvement have you seen from the beginning to the end of the season? What things stand out for the team or for your son?
I'll talk to my son specifically in the sense that, like, I think he's been able to keep his emotions in check more, and I can't thank Matt Ettinger over there for that. Like, he's kind of like the Graham whisperer in that regard. Like, he can see when he's starting to see red and things are starting to go sideways, and he's done a really good job of, like, kind of refocusing him and centering him on those things, which has been invaluable, right? Because, like, these kids can grow to hate the game real fast, any game, if they're not having fun or if it's a source of frustration. So and then skill development is what Seth mentioned. It is what Jordan's great at. So, I mean, with Bantam's coming up, like, hey, you got to start handling the puck with your head up a lot more, and all those little things that he's just gotten better at. And Graham has gotten more confident in being called on to do different things for the team and scoring goals when he needs to, and has become a pretty good defenseman. So, kind of just overall, but I'm most proud of his ability to kind of keep his emotions in check more now.
And that is a unique hockey thing because, you're playing hard for 60, 90 seconds, 45 seconds, and then you're off and then you're back on. And, man, it can really change quick. It can change on a dime, and sometimes you're not on the ice when things go wrong. And so the resilience that it builds, I think, is one of the key reasons that you stick with hockey. Because everybody has their role on the team, but it's not just about you. It's about, everybody coming together. And hockey has a good way of showing you that, especially if you get knocked in the mouth and knocked to the ground real quick. It gets very real very fast. So I think that's a good life lesson that's built into the game.
Yeah,
for sure. We just were watching that Miracle movie. There's the documentary on Netflix just right before you guys called with the boys, and it's just it's cool to see those guys 45 years later are still friends.
That's awesome.
Because they went through something together.
It's a band of brothers.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So how far do you travel for tournaments? We've got the league play with the Southern Youth Hockey League, which is, not too far. But, I mean, are you traveling like every other weekend across the country? What's that like?
It hasn't been as bad this year. We kind of came into it with lower expectations than we had the year before from a team-wise. But I just drove back from Detroit last night with my younger son. Played up there in their end-of-season tournament. So, I mean, Detroit's probably the furthest, I would imagine.
Yeah, we just got back from Fort Wayne, and we talked about that. That is a great rink, isn't it? Great rink.
I would love to have one around here.
I know.
Like that.
I know. Hey, Sean Henry, pay attention.
Now, Ken Moore, send your email to Ken Moore.
Send it to Andy. Tell everyone over there at the Marauders to send an email to Ken Moore.
We want 3 sheets, Ken.
Yeah.
We want 3.
Yeah, tell them to send it. They'll build it. Like from what they said. So I know you guys over at the Marauders have a lot of people over there and a lot of money. So make sure they start sending some emails, man.
Yeah, for it being in Fort Wayne, Indiana, of all places, it's a great setup.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome.
I got another question. How would we haven't had too many Marauder folks on here. How would you describe the culture of the Marauders?
I think we've got a pretty good thing. So I've got 2 kids. They're playing 11U and 12U, like we talked about. And it's a really great parent group. Like we, this weekend, the 11U were up in Detroit, had a chance to go to the development team game and had everybody there. It was a great time. It was it was just mellow. Everybody gets along. And then on the 13s, I mean, the kids work hard. They get after each other, but it seems like everybody gets along when practice is over. So I've been very thankful with how the culture is.
Well, that's awesome that you said that too, because there is always that stipulation. Oh, it's a different culture. It's something this. It's this. And I'm glad you put an end to that. And out there, because what do you think, and why do you think the stipulation of that comes out? Why do you think the stigma of it? What do you think?
I have lots of thoughts, but
okay.
I just feel like for some reason the program is seen as sort of the redheaded stepchild of town. Maybe not for lack of a better term. And there's a lot of people like to talk about things that they don't totally know about, and the people that are involved in it. No, I heard this. Somebody did this to this, and it's like it's we talked about already. That rumor mill gets churned.
Yeah, and I'm glad you can kibosh that, and that's exactly what this is about here. Kibosh it. Kibosh all those things, and that's why we have a platform for everyone in hockey or in the Nashville area to kibosh. And I'd love to get Jordan on the show. I got to give him a call, see if you get him on the show, and see if he'd love to be on here. We have coaches from the junior Preds, the Warriors, and the Flyers. And hey, listen, this is an equal opportunist with everybody.
It's the hockey forum.
It's the hockey forum for a couple more weeks, and then we go to a different forum, another youth sports. Yeah, we're getting ready.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we can get Andy back here and do a basketball one. You want to do basketball, Andy?
When you get to travel volleyball.
Oh, that's right.
That's when the crazy starts.
Well, tell us a little bit about travel volleyball. I mean, listen, one of the questions is going to be is, how does travel hockey differ from other sports and other commitments? Well, there you go. That's it. What's the difference in travel volleyball to travel hockey? Help us out here.
I was actually laughing about it with somebody the other day. All hockey programs should have their own volleyball courts nearby to help subsidize the cost of ice. Just because there's so many kids that play the sport, it's as much as hockey.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Huh? Oh jeez.
I've heard that it is pretty intense, but how far do you travel with volleyball? I would feel like it's closer to baseball, where you've got local teams. You don't have to travel. That doesn't mean people won't travel just to say they're traveling, but do you go to Detroit? Do you go out of state, or can you stay around Nashville?
Unfortunately, I think volleyball has a little bit of what the hockey world has we're not going to play each other in town.
Okay.
So thankfully, my wife is in charge of the volleyball travel. So she was in Knoxville this weekend, which is just 3 hours. I think there's 2 or 3 in Indianapolis. We're in Philly, Kansas City, Atlanta. Those are kind of the hub. In Louisville are pretty much, seems like locations where we go, but we go multiple times a year. It's ridiculous.
Jeez. All right. Well, I'm going to go.
Right. There are tons of programs in town. We could be playing each other.
That's crazy. That's nuts. All right. I got 2 more questions for you, Big Andy.
Oh, boy.
Right, yeah, I know. All right. So you've been in hockey. You got the volleyball. You're just shelling out Scott like no other. If a parent comes up to you and his kid is 7, 6, 8U, what's the advice would you give to a parent that says to you, "Hey, I'm thinking about putting my kid in travel hockey"? What would you do? What would you say? What's the advice for a parent?
I'd love to know what your answer was on that.
I didn't answer it yet. I'm waiting for you.
Oh, you son of a gun. I actually had a friend text me last week, and he was like, I got a buddy here in Chicago who's got a 6-year-old. Should he be playing AAA hockey? I'm like, well, I hope that doesn't exist. but B, please just put the kid in skating lessons.
Yeah.
Just build a base in skating. Mm-hmm. The rest of it can all get worked out. But if you can't skate to start, the kid can't play. It's kind of it's a weird deal how it works from at least from from what we've seen.
Yeah.
And I would have them tiptoe into it. I wouldn't jump 2 feet into this thing. It's a lot, and if your kid doesn't have a passion for it, you're gonna end up being more frustrated than anything.
Nice. Well, I know I'm always on those.
What's your answer?
My answer, tell you exactly when people say to me, I look at it on. I got a Facebook group. I always see the elite AAA, elite people, and they're like, my kid's just 8U. He's trying out for the AAA superb elite team up in Chicago, and I just write AAA, 8U. You morons.
You are such an internet troll.
Stupid. Oh, I'm terrible.
That's where you should be the hater on TikTok.
I know.
You should find these people and and not be user 164244321. Be Beer League Live.
Tell me exactly. I just go after people. No, Andy, we've always talked about this. I find it silly. It's silly to go ahead to do all that stuff, and listen, at the end of the day, these kids are all going to be where, Andy? Where do you think they're all going to be?
They all end up where they're supposed to end up, Seth.
Beer league, right? There we go. Beer league.
At some point in their lives.
Exactly.
The journey can be long to get there.
Exactly. Even pros go to beer league too. So let's be honest.
Yep.
And
how long is it going to take you?
And I mean, listen, you usually in a lot of these organizations up in the Northeast, and I'm pulling that up because I always see people like, I'm going to try for this organization. AAA. Well, listen, if your money's green, they're going to take you. Yeah, they're going to take you. Someone's going to take you.
Right.
So now the last question I'm going to ask you, Andy, is it worth the money? Especially when you have 2 kids in a high-end organization and a daughter that's in a high-end volleyball organization. Is it worth it?
I think it is. I think we talked about a little bit ago. I think all I've ever wanted for my kids is to listen to somebody that's not me, learn how to be a part of something bigger than yourself, and find something you're passionate about and work at it. And I think those lessons will serve them well.
I love it.
But we're also at a point with my daughter, it's like, hey, you know what? If you want to do this, you have to also show me that you want it. And you've got to do some things outside of practice to kind of justify the cost. Mm-hmm. You've got to want to work at it. And if it's just a sorority, then let's save money and
play a house
league. Sorority when you go to college.
Yeah.
But if you want to work at it, I want my kids to have more opportunities than I had as a kid. So I think that's something my wife and I have kind of come to terms with. And if they're going to work at it and they're passionate about it, we'll see how long you can ride this thing.
I love that answer. Well, I know one thing we talked a couple times about this, and I know you've brought this up, and other coaches have said this to you. It's almost like a business trip. Kids will go and you played some high level hockey. Let's be honest. You playing high level hockey. I'm okay with, and my wife actually said this to me going, when is the time when we go ahead and say, hey, this is a business trip. We go to bed, we eat right. We don't, go out after the game and jump in the pool and play around, which is nice. And the kids will always remember that. But there's a time and a place where you go, hey, we're on a business trip now. We want you to play at your highest level and practice and bust your butt. Because if you don't eat right, sleep right, get that extra Z and pump for the next day. You had a coach that said that to you one time. It's almost a business trip when you're on the plane flying into Chicago or Detroit, and all the parents or all the kids are looking to do is run around and play shinny in the hallways until 11:30, 12 o'clock at night when you have a game at 9. I mean, I have a game at 7 in the morning.
Right.
I think that's probably something we talked about one time before another. I kind of can lean towards that too. What's your expectations with that too?
I mean, my kids don't travel with swimsuits when we go to tournaments. So there's no temptation to jump in the pool. But I mean, it's also, like we talked about this before. It's also about having fun with your friends. Mm-hmm. Like they remember that game of shinny and the great save somebody made in the conference room. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes more than they do the game. So it's
exactly.
Just finding a balance, right? Like, completely agree with you on getting sleep. And unfortunately for Christmas, we got the boys' iPads. So now that's all they really want to do. And I kind of am like, oh, I guess you're resting, but it's also super annoying.
Yeah, but their mental game is out,
Yeah, they're laying in the room. Now they're not running around. And Barrett played really well this weekend, so I was like, maybe just give him the iPad. Just keep this pattern going. Yeah,
you got to fight that.
Then parents,
if you don't get them,
what would you feed them for breakfast?
If you don't get them the iPad, the kids or the school will give them the iPad, right? So it's hard to win that battle.
That
or they're on their buddies and they share them, and I mean it's all about being around it. But I think I'm lucky in the sense that my kids understand that we're here for a reason. We can have some fun, but we also got to try.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
Andy,
not saying we got to win.
Yeah, just play competitive. Just play competitive and do the thing, because if you're like, oh, come on, man. Because it is expensive, and I always say if it's so expensive and you're busting your butt, hey, I'm okay. Like you said before, I'll pay whatever it is if we show the initiative. But if you just want to go hang out and do nothing, hey, listen, we can do that in Huntsville. We can do that in Huntsville.
You can do that at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Sleep in your own bed. Sleep in. Not get up at 5:30 a.m. No, I don't know. Sometimes it's 4:50.
Yeah, no, we did. Well, yeah.
You guys on that league schedule got to fix that.
Oh, it is. But you know what, though, Andy? Like I said at the end of my TikTok, that one. There's going to be a day that we're going to miss it, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to miss
100%.
I wish I was getting up at 5 a.m.
I think I just get up anyway at 5 a.m. and go see some random kid. Is that creepy?
Well,
yeah,
it is.
I mean, Wes said it today in the text thread. It's like, I can't believe, like, we're like, the end of the season's in sight, but it's also another year is done.
Yeah. We're on limited time, Andy. We're on limited time, man. It's crazy how fast this has gone. Well, buddy, I want to say thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate it. Love you, man. And I just want to say nothing but the best for you guys. And Graham, I'm so impressed to see how his growth has been. Barrett, I'm looking forward to see how he gets, because you know what? He's going to be a big boy too, so I'm excited to see him. And it is always a pleasure, man. You're a great person, a great guy. We're always on the text trades, and I always give you crap, but I love you, buddy. So I just want to tell you that, man.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thanks again.
You guys have a good day.
Talk to you later, bud.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's good to.
That's a great call, right
hear
there.
Some Marauders perspective.
Yeah,
it's something that we don't get a lot of.
No, we don't. We got to get some more Marauder people on there. Just to see, to squash a lot of the, the perception of what's going on over there. And I'm sure everybody has good, bad, and uglies, but who cares? We're not perfect, right? Are we?
I think that's one of the fun things about this podcast. For us, but for people who are listening, I wish I had something like this back in the termite days or something. Every organization in Nashville sort of has its own culture. It's hard to define it, but sometimes it's easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got the Marauders who are traveling around not doing league, and that sounds kind of cool because a lot of those tournaments are
high level.
But it's an easier schedule now. You might have to pull kids out of school, but this is top level stuff. And then you got the junior Preds with the big facilities and the brand, and but it's almost like it's really, really big. So there's some that are really good and some that might not be as good. So it might not be a one-size-fits-all for you. Then you got the Flyers, which is more historic and a little bit more low-key. But, the people that are with the Flyers would really swear by the family feeling of it. And then you got the Warriors, who really assembled a great cadre of coaches. Yeah. And, they each had their own skill set. Now, whether the Warriors are going to continue or if they're going to become part of the Junior Preds, we'll see.
Yeah.
But they have their own rink over there. And so it's cool to just be able to know what the differences are instead of just, like you said, you hear something from somebody, maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. You don't know.
Nope.
And the more you talk to people and the more that you get them around, then you open up to it and you say, hey.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, everyone's going to have a bad thing to say about everybody, and everyone's going to have a good thing to say about everybody. And I've always heard hearsay about the Marauders organization. Back in the day. I've heard a lot of bad things, and I've also heard a lot of good things. And I said, hey, I want to try it myself. And my son did a camp, and it was nothing but professional. It really was. It was nothing but professional, and and unfortunately, not unfortunately, but I sent Jordan an email saying, "Hey, man, I just want to say I was totally impressed with the way he coached." And I said, hearsay's an MF. And I apologize for even thinking what I thought to him. And I got to say, yeah, he was nothing but professional. And so again, hats off to him. And he is one of the better skills coaches around here. And again, I'd love to get him on the show.
And one of these days we got to come up with a little record like this for all the teams about the different clinics and the different things that we don't need to talk summer hockey just yet.
No summer hockey. Let's let the kids go fishing and go on a boat or something.
It's time for spring hockey, and then we'll go to summer hockey and just keep this train rolling. But now you got to play baseball. Okay, fine. You got to take a break from hockey.
Baseball, baby.
Who's next on
all
this
right, let's call this next person. This right here is probably one of my dearest friends, and here he is, the Sean Keeler. It's the Keeler, Sean Keeler. Hello out there.
Hi, Seth.
Hi, Sean. Welcome to the Beer League podcast. You are on the Beer League podcast in the Get Off My Lawn studios. Well, you're not in Get Off My Lawn studios. We are, but you are on the phone right now, and I want to thank you for answering and subjecting yourself to calling in today.
We're on a roll. Sean, just so you know. This is minute 101.
Time, long time.
Yeah, first time, long time. There it is, first time, long time. Now, Sean, I just want to touch base with everybody out there. Sean Keeler. Sean Keeler is probably an anomaly here because Sean Keeler has four sons that all play hockey.
That's crazy.
4 sons. I think he's got.
How many jobs does he have?
He sleeps at the rink, right, Sean? Do you sleep at the rink?
Yes, I sleep at the rink, and yes, I know where all the cups of coffee that should go in the garbage are the next day.
Wow.
Well, all right. So Sean has four kids right now, and I think are you still in St. Louis, or are you driving home?
I literally just got home 5 minutes ago.
Attaboy. Sean was in St. Louis right now, and this is it gets a little emotional. I'm going to talk to him about his oldest son is in 18U, and he just finished up his last year of travel hockey. Is that correct?
Last youth tournament. We still have playdowns in a couple weeks.
Oh, all right. So you're not fully over yet, and emotional to say hey, it's over. It's his last time, but he is the trendsetter of the group. That's for sure. So you have 18U, you have a 14U AA, correct?
Yes.
And you also have a 12U AAA, a junior pred that he's at right now up in Quebec. Is that correct?
Yes, the Lemonhead is in Canada.
Lemonhead is in Canada. And then you have a 10U single A in the Flyers organization. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm tired just talking about it. How do you do it? That's the key. How do you do it?
It takes a village.
Yeah.
Normally, it's the in-laws, and you just give your kid to someone on a team and go, we'll see you later on you get back from a different state.
Nice. Oh, boy. Sean, I tell you, you are one of my most funnest persons to hang out with at the rinks. You make me laugh, and I think our jokes have always been just pretty much spot on with each other, that's for sure. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So now your wife had drew the shortest straw to go up to Quebec. Is that correct? How did that decision happen?
She gets to go do all the exotic trips, and I get to do all the other ones that she doesn't want to do or can't do.
Oh, so she's making the decisions. So you're just sitting back, going, "Yep, I'm just going to sit back. Yeah, you tell me where I need to go." That's a good thing.
Yeah, it gets back to that whole happy wife, happy life crap, that kind of stuff.
Sorry, Erica, you don't listen to this. He's going to get mad at you. Don't.
Now, is this the Quebec tournament?
This is the Quebec tournament.
Do you have to take your kids out of school or something?
Yeah, did you have to do that? How does that work?
Yes.
How does that work?
Especially with AAA, you got to literally right away in the beginning of every semester and the year, you just tell them, hey, we're going to miss these dates.
Huh.
But for Canada, we somehow talked our way into it, and they said this is a trip of a lifetime, so they totally were for it. And you're supposed to go away for like 2 weeks.
And where do they go to school?
Williamson County in Fairview.
Okay.
Oh, man. I tell you what, he must be having a awesome time up there. I saw the pictures that your wife keeps posting every day. I love it. I love seeing it. I love following the boys up there. You know, I do got to say, I do miss you. I do miss you a lot. But again, it is a once in a lifetime thing, you know.
Yes, yes. So I keep telling myself that every day when I wake up in the morning for coffee.
Yeah, but it's not your lifetime thing. It's his lifetime thing. You keep drinking your coffee, all right? And I'm sure Eric is having a fun time. I seen they tried riding fat wheel bikes up there. I don't know. I'd love to see a video of your wife riding one of those. I don't know, man.
Is it snowing up there or is it warm? Because the weather's all wacky here. How's it?
There's still a lot of snow up there, yeah.
Okay. Now, Sean, I've been asking a lot of questions here. We've had, several organizations. We've had some Marauder kids parents on the show. We've had some junior Pred parents on the show. We've had some Flyer parents on the show. You are an anomaly. You have 3 kids in the Flyer organization and 1 in the junior Preds, which you did used to be everyone in the Flyer organization. Let me say, you know, I know you've been a staple in the Flyer organization for all the years, and I think for his experience, it was a good thing for him to do that to the AAA, to go to Quebec, and it's like, again, I've always said Flint was probably one of the better players in I always say to other friends of mine that he's one of the better players in Middle Tennessee, and do you think that he is excelling now in this program, or is it still the same, or what is he feeling about the situation, and what are you feeling about it?
It's definitely the jump from AA to AAA is the big thing to get used to it, and then after that it's the organization, because it's a totally different animal. Mm-hmm. Compared to what the Flyers are.
Well,
the Flyers have their thing, and the Preds have their thing.
Yeah, I mean, we even said this earlier, right before your call. The difference. I mean, everybody has their own good, bad, ugly in each organization. It doesn't matter. That's what this forum is about. No one cares about this organization is better than this organization. No, it's your preference. It really has nothing to do with that. And this is why. Like Greg said it earlier, right, Greg? What did you say about you wish you had this when we were, termites?
Yeah, termites or even mites, and I would never do it. No, I certainly would do it. It's definitely worth it, but it's hard to know, and we've only got 4 organizations, imagine up north or in Chicago or somewhere like that, but it's helpful to have people's experiences and perspectives on the differences between the organizations so people can make the right decision. Because you love to just not have to move around, right? Sometimes it's necessary. But What do you think is different jumping to AAA versus the Flyers, where you guys have been for a while, and you still have some folks there?
The first thing is you go to multiple arenas when you are playing with the Preds. You don't just have one base for a home rink. You're going to all of them around, and that's a lot more travel time, even in the city.
And again, with 4 kids, it's got to be kind of tough to navigate that. And I know sometimes I'll see you at the rink, then I'll see Erica at the rink, and then I see your son there. I'm like, where's Dad and Mom? They're like, oh, we're in that rink, or they're in St. Louis, or they're in Chicago, or they're in, New York. And I'm like, oh, all right. And then, of course, your youngest one, I'm always like, you got any candy for me? Can I get some candy? And he's looking at me. He's like, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, do that thing. Yeah, do the thing.
No, that's Flint. I always say do that thing, and he always does the thing. The best thing is I look at Flint all the time. I go, hey, Flint, go do that thing you do. He goes, what's that? And he just made up something. He just lifted his eyebrows up like this. He'd go like this. And so that was his thing. So anytime I see Flint, I'm like, Flint, do that thing. He does it.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, man. Hey, listen, I'm so happy to see his success right now, his growth. And it's a lifelong dream. It's a lifelong dream with him right now, and he'll always remember that and what's going on right now. Are you happy with that right now, the organization? Are you happy with going around to multiple different places? Is this something that, I mean, hey, man, this is it, man. Are you happy doing that?
No, not really, but to help with that, like I said, the village thing, you get a couple other families and we do the whole ride share. It's a tournament team, and the closest teams to us are Evansville, Indiana, Tri-State, and then Southeast and Atlanta. Otherwise, you're driving even further or flying to everything.
Wow.
And do you miss the playoffs? We've got playoffs coming up this week.
Playoffs? He said playoffs.
If you're a tournament team, you don't get that, right? You don't have the coherency of a season. And
yeah, you don't have a league. You're just going out. But this year, 3 out of the 4 boys were tournament teams only, so that makes it even worse because you're traveling even more because you're not doing your normal Southeast travel.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot, I know you used to drive. Yeah, they're going to go to Huntsville. Oh, we're going to go to Knoxville. Oh, we're going to go to Atlanta. No, we're going to Quebec.
Tampa and Vegas.
We're going to Buffalo.
Boston.
We can't really get in a car and drive to Buffalo.
No. Who's got that kind of time?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my God. That's a lot, though. Let me ask you, especially, so now your oldest son, 18U, what's going to be his direction after? Is he going to play juniors, or is he going to go to college for hockey? What's the next step for him?
For Clivey, we tried a few of those things, some camps and some tryouts and some prospect skates and all that, but he's looking at 2 schools now, and I think he's going to end up playing club.
Okay.
He's already talked to the coaches, and he's just trying to feel them out and then go skate with the teams.
Okay. So, all right. So he's going to be playing club. No, it's just as good as hockey. It is hockey. You got some of these club teams now. We talked about in a couple of the other podcasts that there's some really, really good club teams, and they're competitive. They're competitive. That's for sure. I mean,
I concur, Doctor.
Yeah, I love it. So now, all right. So you got your 10U, and he's looking up to everybody right now. He's looking up to all his big brothers playing hockey. I'm surprised he's not a goalie anymore. I know he played goalie in the beginning, right?
Yes, he played mite goalie from when he was 6 to 8, and then when we did the whole shift to squirts, I think there was 8 or 10 goalies trying out, and he was already burnt out, and then he's like, no thanks.
Okay. Oh, man. Well, that's usually the best one. All right, hold on a second. That's usually the best because I'm the youngest, and I was the goalie. And I was
That's
a goalie.
A lot of goalies to compete with.
Yeah, no. They just throw you in there and they keep shooting.
Just have a fight at the end of it. See who. Who comes out on top? I mean,
yeah, I know. But the youngest one they throw in and they just shoot pucks at you, and you're like, you got to stop it. If not, you're getting beat up.
Yeah. Builds character.
Oh, man. Hang on. I'm sending a text for the next person, but I think he's turning down. I'm turning in for the night. So
this has been a long episode.
Yeah, it's a long
man.
episode. Yeah,
that's just made it this long. You've really gotten a treat to see all these different teams and how they're doing. Do you have any kids that are doing playoffs, or are they all on?
Wayland's team, they just had league playoffs this weekend at Centennial, and they finished third. But the 14U, the 16Us, and the 18Us, the double A's, have the playdowns coming up still. So we have 2 boys that still have to do that, and then I think Woody's got another tournament, and so does Flint.
Oh, wow. So Flint has another one after Quebec, too?
I think so.
Okay.
Can't remember. There's too much going on the family calendar.
You need like an AI to keep up with this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I would love to see your conversation with Erica going, okay, who's got what, when, and where, and how.
Oh, she takes care of that right away in the beginning. She has a separate spreadsheet of who's going with where and what kid and doing what. Like, it's that.
Well, I've heard of people
work.
hiring nannies and sending them off to travel weekends. It's
oh my God!
a luxury if you can afford it.
You can afford it. Well, Matt, speaking about that, so let me ask you the question I've been asking a lot of phone calls tonight. And all right, if somebody comes up to you and goes, "Hey, Sean, man, I'm really thinking about my 6-year-old to put him in travel hockey," what would you give them? What kind of conversation? What kind of what would you tell them? What kind of advice would you tell them?
Wow, a 6-year-old.
Exactly.
That's
all right. How about this? Let's do 8-year-old. 8-year-old. The guy's he was dabbling with playing house. He just did learn to play. He wants to jump right into travel hockey. What advice would you give him?
I would tell the mom and dad or guardians or whatever you want to call it, do you like your weekends? Because if you don't, go for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Would you say, hey, go ahead and do house first or travel?
Oh, yeah, I would definitely say do house first for a while.
Well, how are you going to get to travel without doing house? I think the question is, do you do all-stars first?
Ah, yeah, that's a great question.
Yes, because that is your little dabble in the travel world, and it doesn't really start until, the first week of December, and then it gets done the same time as the travel boys, and you only do 3 tournaments, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like I took the kids the first time skiing to Sugar Mountain, North Carolina, and I was like, if you guys hate this, I want to know right now, because I'm not going to go out west and waste a bunch of time and energy and money. So all-stars, I think, is maybe a trick, and we should write that up on our big board of pro tips that we've developed through the Beer League podcast here. But
we should put that on.
It's a good way to just test it out and see if it's for you. But you'll probably get hooked because it's so much fun that it's just a waste of time. You're gonna spend all your weekends until you're 50-something, or like you, 70.
Yeah, that hurts. You see how he makes fun of me, Sean? That's not right.
Get that Medicare.
He's not having Steven Tyler PJs, is he? He doesn't have them on. Steven Tyler PJs. Reference. What movie is that? Come on. Reference. Reference.
Toys in the Attic.
No.
Sean
has been my movie reference for eons, right, Sean?
Yeah, we're plowing some corn.
Yep. He's doing it. You know what it is? Because this is about Pauly Shore and his son-in-law.
I do love Pauly Shore.
Remember, he jumps around, he goes, Steven Tyler PJs. Sean has them.
Free Mahi Mahi. I like Biodome a little bit better.
Come on.
A little bit better than
Biodome. Sean, help him out. The Biodome wasn't that good, dude.
Biodome wasn't that good, but I could still quote that one, too.
Oh, Sean. All right, so let me ask you a crazy question, too. So if you were to do this all over again, would you still do it the same? Would you still have the boys playing hockey, or would you have them playing other sports, or would you say, hey, you know what, Flint, no, we're not going to do AAA. We're all going to stay single A or double A or whatever. You know, would you do anything different?
I'd probably tell myself to buckle up for the financial part, because that's going to really bite you in the ass. But to see those kids' faces smiling when they get to actually play on the ice and have fun with their buds, it's priceless.
I love it.
And those MasterCard commercials from a while ago. Priceless.
Nice. Very nice. So, so now you're 14U double A. He goes up to 16U next year, correct?
Yes.
All right. How's he feeling about that? Excited or scared, pressure? Because right now I'm sure he's already, and his buddies, and they all started hitting their age that they hit puberty. They're already feeling their oats, and they're just running people left and right. What's he feeling? Is he excited to get to the next level, or is he going, no, I really like this? What's going on?
Well, yeah, usually after the 14Us when you get a separation from some of the players, because I want to just play high school sports that are not hockey because it takes up too much time. But Waylon, yeah, he loves hockey, and he's ready to go for club hockey and to play more high school next year.
Will he do any showcases? Are you going to keep following that path, or are you just going to enjoy high school hockey?
Waylon's just probably just going to do travel in high school.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. He's not as involved as Clive or Flint.
Okay. So Clivey and Flint are the ones that say, hey, yeah, this is it. We're going to keep going with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, that was the next question. How did the older two feel when Flint went ahead and did AAA, and they were like, Mom, Dad, what about me?
They didn't care.
Okay.
But as soon as Flint got the call that said he's on the team, that day they were telling him, you can no longer wear Flyers gear at all. You can only wear Junior Preds gear. You are a traitor to the family.
Ooh, wow, that's actually good. That's cool. We gave you some crap too. You know that, brother. I got to tell you. But you know what? We only do it out of love. That's for sure.
Yeah. So much love. A little time, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now your youngest one, 10U, he goes, Dad, if Flint can do it, how come I can? Now when that conversation happens, what are we gonna do with that one?
Soccer.
Wow. I'm so torn. Yeah, because I used to play soccer. No, we're gonna. We'll see what he's into, if he still wants to play.
Okay.
Because he's on the A1 team this year, so
the
goal is to make the 12 AA if possible.
So he's going up next year.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. He's going up for his age. Okay. All right.
Hey, soccer's great. My soccer season starts on Wednesday. This year we're going to get the championship, but the thing about rec soccer is it costs $160 for an entire season. You get
take that
8 games, 8 practices, bunch of makeup time. You might not even go to the game. You imagine hockey. You wake up and you're like, it's raining. I guess the game's off. I guess we're gonna sleep in today. It's fantastic.
It's like baseball too. The same thing. Oh, it's raining. No turf field. Sorry, we're going.
Yeah,
canceled.
If only it snowed indoors from time to time. That would be nice, even if you lost your money. Yeah. I think towards this time of year, you'd be like, okay, that's fine.
Sean, I want to ask you a question. Do you have both your kidneys, and did you sell one?
He sounds tired.
Yeah, he's tired.
That's too personal of a question to answer on the radio
all right.
or the pod.
Confirm or deny. 1.5 kidneys.
1.5. They grow back. They do grow back. You just take a sliver of it, you grow back.
Yeah, they have great medication in Mexico and some other stuff over in Russia. Yeah.
Well, that's going to be leading into another question I throw at you here. Can I have one? No.
Pending blood work? Yeah, sure. Why
Here
not?
we
Why
go.
not?
I'm O positive. Everyone wants O positive blood. No, the question is going to be, this is probably, the major question for you if we're having 4 kids in this hockey industry. Is it worth the money? That's a tough one.
The pauses are getting longer. Every
He's
time you ask
he's
this
like,
question.
you know what?
You have to talk to my CPA.
I was trying to do math in my head there, and I'm getting old, and it's taking too long. It's defaulting.
Hey, can I have the dog's fingers? I'm running out of fingers.
Money. What's current interest rates? What's the 10-year going at? 4.7.
Yeah. You need somebody to mow your lawn and wash your car for you? I don't know. I won't know that until I get further through the boys in the hockey to see
Too
how
soon
bad
to
it
tell,
actually...
but probably not.
Yeah.
It's the prognostication.
Yeah.
Or you just say, you know what? Excuse me. You make lifelong friends, and that's what it's about, and the boys and you and Erica have been great people, and I'm kind of glad and blessed that you did spend the money, and I'm glad and blessed that I spent the money to become friends with you. So I want to say thank you for that, brother, and I thank you for that. Yeah, a little heartwarming stuff there. You know what?
He's going to get verklempt.
I'm going to tear up here. I'm tearing up because it's the
Those are allergies. Allergies.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
I want to hear like a highlight of 4 kids, a long time in the hockey world. Like, what is one of the wildest or craziest, funniest things that you got to experience while hanging out at the rink and watching these kids play hockey?
I mean, you got the little guys that bounce off each other and do crazy stuff like that, but then the older boys, you got more of the physicality. They're getting way more ejections. It's a lot faster. But some of the crazy stuff, I mean, I've seen games where there's no goalie on the team and they've had to start games and play full periods without a goalie.
Uh-oh. You should have jumped the net then, Sean.
Where's the 8 goalies then?
Yeah, exactly.
Did they get suspended? It happens. It happens.
Yeah. That's about as crazy I can think of right now.
What about the jump from 12U to 14U and the hitting? How did you feel about that? How did Erica feel about it when it's the first time of hitting? And how is Flint feeling about the first year hitting next year?
Well, I've already got 2 that have gone through it. Clive was fine because he's a very physical player. He had no problem. Waylon was more timid, but he ended up. You almost want your kid to be on the A1, so then you don't have a second-year kid.
Correct.
Saying welcome to the league.
Say that again. Just say that one more time.
Welcome to the league.
No, right before that A1, because that's exactly how I feel. I feel A1. It's less collisions, less fast collisions happening.
Yes, you don't want a second-year player taking on a first-year player and saying, hey, welcome to the league, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's great.
But with Flint, if he makes AAA, it'll be 13-year-olds on 13-year-olds, which is way better to learn.
Yeah. Yeah, because that right there is a huge. And there's also concerns. There is concerns. So, with other organizations, when you first year of hitting, you become the youngest one, and there's still some second-year 14s, that are out there, like you said, welcome to the league, kid, and they're going to come after and just run kids.
Yes.
I think that's a very good analogy. I said that, and I know that with the Marauders, they have the 13U next year, and they're not having 14s and 13s together. So that's actually a very good thing, to say, hey, we're going to stick together with 13s together, and we're all going to go through the same boat, the same time. We're all going to get laid out, and we're all going to lay people out. So it's almost like it's still new to everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. So, all right, very nice idea right there too. So you would say, hey, Flint's okay if it's 13. What if he says I'm going to go to 14U? What are you thinking there?
With any of the boys, when they made the jump, you put them in as many clinics as you can for checking, just so they get more comfortable and more used to it.
There he goes. Greg's wearing the 307.
307. Greg Sowers.
Did you guys do that? Did you do your 307 hockey clinics with the hitting?
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
Tell me your experience with that.
I wasn't there, but Greg brings in a bunch of the second-year boys, and they help out with it.
Okay. So you think that's a definite thing to do for the first year hitting? Because I'm concerned next year. I got to be honest. I'm concerned with my son.
What? He's the guy who's been given the lumber for 2 years, and you're concerned? What are you talking about?
I am concerned, man. I got to be honest with you.
He's the guy who's waiting to hit. Nice one, buddy.
Yeah. Well, he is, but he's got to learn how to take a hit. And that's why I think where everything is too. You can hit all you want, but you got to learn how to get hit. Like Rocky. Remember Rocky? It's not how hard you get hit; it's how hard you get up. Right? That's my Rocky.
That's the lesson in hockey, right there. That's the whole point.
Right? So that Rocky line, right? See, Sean, you knew where that was coming from. Which Rocky was that one from?
Yes. I'm going to say 2.
Oh God, Sean.
I'm sorry,
it's
let
the
you
other
down,
one
Doctor.
when he's talking to his kid. He was like what? It was like Rocky 38.
Rocky 4?
Yeah, I think it was. No, Rocky 4? Was that the one? No, that was with Tommy Gunn, right? I think it was Rocky 5. It was 5.
5? I was thinking it was 5 because that's when he had the brain injury. They actually checked him out, yeah.
And then he was talking like that, He's you get hit, you got to get up.
And then it's Tulsa King.
Tulsa King.
Great show.
All right. Well, Sean, I want to say thank you, brother. Thank you for calling, and thank you for popping on to the podcast of the Beer League. Because I got to tell you, when I first talked to Sean that we had a podcast, he refused to follow us.
What?
Yeah, he did. He refused. He said, "No, I ain't watching that." Until I yelled at him, and I had other people yell at him that he had to follow us on Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. So he's got to do all of those things. And Sean, thank you for following us now.
Thank you for swearing at me for 2 hours and giving me enough crap at a junior game after our kids played in a game. And I finally decided, yes, Seth, I will listen to your show more often.
Thank you, buddy. You know what? First time, long time, baby. I love it. Thank you very much. Well, Sean, I got to say thank you, man. I love you. I love your family. You've been always a pleasure, and you're so happy to be around. And I want to thank you again for everything, brother. Thank you.
In the words of Sam from Ghost, ditto.
Ditto. All right, young
Good
man.
luck.
You have a great night. Good luck. And tell Flint, congratulations. I did see your wife's text that he says, I'm going to score a goal today, and he did. Good job. And if for him, I'm going to scream what I always used to say, the Keeler. That's it. All right, young man. You be good. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, thank you later.
Bud. Bye. Well, Greg, this is a long, long episode. We're not going to call anybody else tonight.
You're not going to call Steve Wood?
No, because it's getting late. He's probably already asleep. We may have to make a second episode again. I think we could follow up with another. We can call back because we have Dan, we have Sean, we have Jason, and we have Steve. We didn't get the hold of.
Oh man, they're gonna feel left out.
No,
you just wanted to.
I apologize profusely. It just got longer and longer. And guys, we will get back to you. We may have to have a second one with doing this a 1 and 1A. What do you think? Huh?
Hey, it was a lot of fun, and we got some new graphics that we tried out here. We got like some news looking stuff, ESPN-ish. Look at that.
You did get some really, really good graphics. And I apologize, Steve and Jason and Sean and Dan. We will call you guys. We will call you guys on the next run and just let you guys know. We'll maybe have a couple more, but it's gotten what hour are we at right now? Sean's texting me actually right now. Let's see.
2 hours and 12 minutes, which is not a record.
Should we go for it? Should we call Sean?
Just do it.
Let's do it. Let's call Sean. All right, here we go. Let's just one more because Sean just texted me. He's waiting outside. I'm going to call him right now. All right, here we go. There he is.
Hello?
Sean.
What's happening, man?
Sean, hey, listen, Sean, I got to be honest with you. I literally, first things first, welcome to the Beer League podcast.
Hey,
there it
welcome to
is.
the show,
We're
Sean.
on the show.
You guys know what's funny? I'm actually on my way to go play beer league as we speak.
My man, see, he knows it. He knows it. So we'll be a little quick. I actually did shut it down. I said, hey, we'll call you guys next time because the show is 2 hours and 80 minutes right now.
No, 10 minutes. 2 hours and what is 2 hours and 80 minutes? That's not even a way to measure time. Have another beer.
30 minutes. So there we go.
Thank you, Sean. Well, Sean, thanks again, man. We were gonna make another show, but when you just literally text me, Greg goes, "Go for it. Let's call," because I was apologizing to you, Dan, Jason, and Steve Wood that we didn't get a hold of them because we still had a big list to call on, and I want to say thank you very much, young man. So, how are you, bud?
I mean, look, I'm super honored. I mean, it sounds like I get to kind of wrap up the episode here, so hopefully I don't disappoint.
You do have a good radio voice,
I think we might need him for a manager episode. Talk about Now he's the coach manager, which is a thankless job.
Yeah, he is.
It's very difficult.
I mean, I don't know how many of those there are out there. So,
and there's only 2 coaches too. We don't even have a second assistant coach, so it's triple duty.
And also, Sean also has another son too that plays 10U A1. Correct? Is that correct?
I do. He plays 10UA1.
All right. So he's got 2 sons, and one of his sons is a goaltender. He's a goaltender for the A2 14U team, and that's got to be stressful. You know, like I always said, to be a dad of a goalie. It's stressful. I mean, I did interview one of our goalies, Ace's dad. He was on there talking. I got to interview the other goalie's dad, but it's stressful. I mean, it's stressful enough when your son's a defenseman, but when your son's a goalie, oh God, man, it's even worse.
I'll tell you what, I've had to learn how to watch hockey in a completely different way because of it. So I'll be honest, man. Like when Talon was first playing, it was hard to watch. Like you're on the edge of your seat the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly though, like the more he's played, you kind of just get used to it. And he's come a long way, and it's a lot easier nowadays watching him in net versus when it was when he first started. I'll tell you.
Well, that's good, man. It's so stressful, isn't it? It's so stressful.
Super stressful. Kidding me?
What made him become a goalie?
When you're on the bench. When you're on the bench, when you have a player versus when you have a goalie in net, it's a significantly different feeling.
What made him become a goalie?
I mean, he's coming in every minute.
Yeah.
So you can go over and talk to him if you need to. There's no one saving the goalie out there.
No.
It's him in the net.
What made him become a goalie? What did you do to him to make him become a goalie?
Honestly, I think it was ever since he started playing NHL on video games.
Okay. Hey, listen, that does work.
He got to dress up his goalie in pads and do whatever he wanted to do. He was playing as the goalie, and he just kind of fell in love.
Did he play as the goalie when playing video games?
He played as the goalie. That's his
You don't see
much
much.
basis for how he knows how to play the position.
I tell you, it's almost impossible to play video game goalie. Every time I do it, I'm like sliding out to the circle. I'm like, there's a goal empty net.
Hey man, you're wired differently. You of all people should know that.
I know, because I'm a goalie too. Well, I was a goalie. I'm officially retired. I'm retired. Just like I'm coaching baseball. I'm retired now too. No, I'm back in it.
Yeah, careful, man. Goalies are always in need for beer leagues.
Oh, so, I know. Believe me, I still get calls.
He's got a list of demand. He's got a rider. He only wants green Skittles, and he's got to have some ginger ale backstage.
Yeah. If I don't get that ginger ale, I'm out. If they bring up
taking notes more than you think right now.
Exactly. Well, sure. Thanks, man, for calling in, man. Well, we called you. Thank you very much for popping in on the show and giving some time here. We were asking some questions here to parents and for the organization. So just a little insight. Sean is also the coach of the A2 14U team, which Jack plays on too. So he's also a coach of that, and he's also a dad where his other son is on A1 10U team. So, again, a lot of stuff going on here with the questions I've been asking a lot of the parents. Have you felt this season has been a success and your growth of both your kids? What have you seen with the growth of both of your kids about this? And especially when your son Talon is playing 14U since last year, he was 12U. What did he encounter during this time?
Yeah, it's interesting. I'll start with the 14U. Obviously, my son moving up to 14U didn't make the team that he was hoping to make this year, right? I think Jack probably could say the same thing, or I don't know if we're naming names here, but honestly, it's been an incredible year from a development standpoint, and I don't think I can ask for anything more. He's getting an opportunity to jump up to a different age level where he's seeing really tough shots. And he's seeing quite a few of them, as I'm sure, Greg, you can contest to.
Yeah. And he's playing great. I mean, he stood on his head a number of times this season. And the thing about Talon is he's a hype man. Like, he is the heart and soul of the team. And he gets them fired up in warm-ups, and he's just...
He did a TikTok with you. You had an interview on TikTok with him.
Yeah, it was one of the early penalty box ones. I think I need a cameraman in there.
I think so.
No, he's just a lot of energy and fun to be around, and we went to that Michigan State game, and that was a super cool experience. So I think you're right that it is a good year for working your way into hitting. And not starting off too high, and then make the most of it. And I think both Jack and Talon have done that.
I totally agree with you, man. And I've honestly had a blast, and it hasn't been easy the entire season, as I'm sure you know. But at the end of the day, I look at the game from a different level now than I used to. If the kids are having fun, they're playing with their friends. They're developing, they're learning more, they're getting exposed to more opportunity, and they're getting good coaching, which shout out to Coach Sean too, man. Like, he's totally taken me under his wing this season, and I couldn't be more grateful for him. From that standpoint, I would see it as definitely a success for my son. So
awesome.
That's the 14 side.
Awesome.
I would say the 10U side, same thing, man. Like, I don't know how much you guys know, but we were supposed to have 2 teams in that age group this year. And due to some unforeseen things where a couple kids jumped ship, kind of last minute, I would think, they made a tough decision to only roll with one team. So, this was supposed to be his AA year. And, as parents, you kind of get excited about that opportunity of your son or daughter playing AA for the first time. At the end, does it really matter?
No.
I mean,
no. Yeah, for the additional A. Yeah. Oh, look at that. No.
Again, kind of going into that season a little disappointed because this is supposed to be the AA year, but they're rolling with one team.
Mm-hmm.
From a development standpoint, it's been fantastic. I mean, my 10U kid really needed to understand systems and the game, and he's blessed to have a really good coach that's what they preach.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's come a long way. He's having fun. He still gets to play with the same group of kids he's been playing with for the last couple of years. And, that's really what it's all about, man. It's just loving the game of hockey and getting a little bit better every single time and, just staying on the upward trajectory. So from that standpoint, I would say, yeah, it's definitely success.
I would say that AAA and A2, very different, but also the same damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting out there and you're playing hockey.
Yeah, and that just seems like we're getting from a lot of the conversations.
Hotels,
yeah,
you get to do all the things. Like, it's great.
Now the bill might be less.
Yeah, a little bit less. A little bit less.
Might be able to buy some Bitcoin.
I think we're the real winners here. After that.
Yeah, we've been talking up all-stars all night.
I mean, we've had a lot of different varieties of tonight. We had AAA players, to parents, AA, single A, different organizations, the Marauders, the Junior Preds, the Flyers, the Warriors. So we've had everybody tonight on us, and I think the bottom line is the kids are having fun. The kids are having fun. It's good, man.
And every parent you talk to, because I'm new to the sport of hockey. I didn't get to grow up playing the sport. I would have loved to. It's by far the most fun sport to play. I'm a baseball guy.
Yeah.
And just talking with parents and talking to people who have been around the game for a long time, they all have their own opinions on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Which program's the best? You got to what level you got to get to. Do you do skating lessons? Do you do these lessons? Do you do these camps? Like, it's overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you're doing it because your kids are having a fun time. You don't want to burn them out.
Mm-hmm.
You want them to play multiple sports, and whatever they want to do, I'll support them along the way. It's really what it all comes down to.
So, as somebody inside the organization, how would you describe the Flyers culture? Because we've been talking about different organizations and different strengths and such. how would you describe it from an inside perspective?
I can't speak to any of the other organizations because I haven't played travel there. My kids have not. We played rec league at another organization, and honestly, it was not great. And that's why we went to Centennial in the first place. But our experience over with the Flyers organization's been great. So that's why we're there. I mean, we love the culture. I think that's a really big part of why you guys are there, why we're here, why we continue to be here and strong advocates for it. That's where it all starts. It's how are you grooming these kids not only to be hockey players, but young men in the future?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the common denominator on all this stuff here, Greg, is it doesn't matter what organization you're in. You know, it really doesn't. You know, it's your acquired taste and what you want out of your kid's hockey. You know, if you want to go ahead and say, hey, listen, my kid really, really wants to really go wild, then, you know, you have to go to the other organizations or another organization, but it doesn't matter. It's still, you're going to have a great time regardless. It's what you want. It's like, hey, I want an apple today. Well, then you go to that organization. I want a pear today. I go to this organization. It doesn't matter. They're all fruit. I used to always say, you're all fruit. Everyone produces something. Everyone's going to give me vitamin C. Well, this one's going to be deficient in vitamin D, so I'm going to go to the other place to get the vitamin D. But I don't have vitamin Q or whatever. A, I don't have vitamin A on that one. So, again, it's what you want out of this. You know, and I think
you nailed it. And everybody's situation's different too. You know what I mean? Like everybody's got a different situation. Everybody's kid's a little bit different. I think, you know, the kids having a say in terms of where they want to play and what they want to do is a part of it too. Like, you know, if your kids are having a great time and a great experience, why would you even think of going somewhere else?
Yeah.
You know, that's how I go.
And I think also too, the parents get more caught up in it. Don't you think, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, the craziness is from the parents. The kids don't know the difference, man, and that's one of the things that resonates is that, look, you're going to have fun. Hopefully, you're going to find the right group of people to hang out with, and at the end of the day, your kid's going to beer league. You may go to Quebec. That's great, and you may have some higher level competition, but it's really just about the lessons that you learn from any competition.
Yeah.
You may have an opportunity to be the top line person at one organization or at one team within that organization, or you might be a third, or you might be scratched. And so I think the challenge for parents is to really know, how do I get the most out of it for my kid? Because that's what it's about. Mm-hmm. And I think most people will at least say that. And hopefully they believe it at this point, because we've seen how crazy youth sports is. But how do I get them through the process so that they get to have a high school experience and they get to, you know, have the best of the sport that they poured a lot of time and energy. We all have, you know. I mean, hockey is almost a family sport more than anything else.
Well, look at Sean. Sean came out. He's got 4 kids in it, and he's always constantly at the rink, constantly running around. Not you, Sean. The other Sean. You know, the other Sean. He's got 4 kids.
I feel like I got 4 kids running around the rink too. So
you got 2, so that's a lot too. I mean, no, actually, you got more than 4 kids because you're a coach. You have what? 24 kids.
Yeah, there you go. Gosh.
So, yeah, no, and it is true. You know, it's what you want. It's what you want from your kid, you know, and again, everyone has your own opinion, and that's cool.
Yes.
That's what's great. And the thing is, like Greg said earlier, there's only 4 here. Just imagine up in the Northeast or up in Chicago, up in Minnesota, when you have 50, 60 organizations. Oh, boy, that's draining.
It's crazy.
Then you just throw your hands up in the air. Like, whatever.
Your kids aren't going to make a team that they want to be on. Your kids are going to lose games. Your kids are going to blow something. Like, they're going to make a mistake. Like, these are all life lessons that we're teaching here. And what better way to do it during a sport like hockey? I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Well, that's awesome that you said you were a baseball guy, too, because I'm a baseball guy. We already know that one. Let me ask you, what's the difference? What's the difference of travel hockey commitments than other sports? What do you think?
Man, it's a really good question. I mean, just looking back at my experience playing baseball my whole life, I mean, everything was repetition. We did the same types of drills over and over and over again to create that muscle memory, right? So, like, you'd go through hitting stations, you'd go through throwing drills and defensive drills, and you kind of just rotate doing the same stuff over and over again. with hockey, it's a little bit different. I don't know how else to describe it other than just like it's its own culture. And, you're kind of preparing for what you need to prepare for and work on that week based on where the team is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, sometimes I got to check myself a little bit with coach, and he's explaining a drill, he's explaining it to me. I have to ask him a couple times to re-explain it so that I can understand what we're doing and how we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have to ask those questions, I guarantee you the kids are asking those questions themselves,
Mm-hmm.
but they're probably not saying, hey, can you do that one more time so I fully understand it? So it's a lot of learning on the fly and a lot of failure, kind of like figuring out, okay, now I get it.
So
it's a fast game.
What would you say is the number one thing you've learned this season, stepping into this coaching role?
That you're not going to get through to everybody, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm. It almost upsets you a little bit too. You're like, but I'm coach. I should know everything. But I guess during the first year of your coaching, I can agree with you what you're saying there too. And there's times that you go, it doesn't matter what you do, what you say, or how you act, it's still not going to get through.
Mm-hmm.
And you're
correct.
Yeah, your beliefs and your system is just questioned too. And you're like, well, wait, how come you don't understand it? And they don't get it. And I guess I've always learned to, as a coach, to teach 3 different ways. You can tell somebody, a kid, how to pick up a ball and throw it. You can tell them. You can also do it, pick the ball up and throw it, and go, hey, see, you're looking at me doing this. And now there's another way going, okay, you pick up that ball and throw it. So there's always 3 ways, and people learn differently. So there's always that way that you have to, as a coach, you have to almost eat your ego aside and go, hey, this kid's going to learn how to pick up the ball himself. This kid's going to learn me picking the ball up and throwing it. And this kid's going to learn, I'm telling you to pick that ball up and throw it.
And you're forgetting one more thing. Everybody is motivated differently.
Correct.
Especially these young 13, 14-year-old kids who think they got it all figured out already. And they're going all stuff. And, and that's another big call out too, I think, between travel and just recreation. Like a lot of these kids, like this is their first real exposure into travel hockey. And it's different,
Mm-hmm.
And another major difference between hockey and other sports, you have the locker room vibe.
Yep. That's where it all starts, the locker room, man.
How do you
for better or worse.
You got guys, yeah, exactly. You got guys bickering at each other in there. That's a whole thing you got to overcome throughout the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
It starts in there, and then it translates into how we warm up, and then it turns into how we perform when we're on the ice. So that's a big piece to it, and very unique.
And you've always said the game starts in the locker room, Seth.
Yeah, it is. It does start in the locker room, and in the dugout too. It really does. That's where it makes or break a team. Is the camaraderie of a kids, and it is. Hey, listen, if you like hanging out with the guys, then guess what? You're gonna play fun, loose. If you don't like it, you're like, I'm out of here. You play miserable. I got to tell you, Sean, I got another question for you. One of the things is like, what is your biggest highlight this season for both kids? What are you thinking?
For kids or the teams?
For you as a parent, for both your sons.
Man, I would say for my 10U kid, we were going to be in Tampa Bay for my 14 for his tournament. And my 10U kid had a tournament in St. Louis that same weekend. And we were just going to take a family trip down there and, enjoy ourselves on the beach, get out of cold winter Nashville. And at the 9th hour, my 10U kid said, I want to play this weekend. I don't want to go to the beach. And we found arrangements for him to go up and supported him in it. And they ended up almost winning the tournament. They lost the championship game by 1.
Nice.
And for my 10U kid, that's a big deal because he likes hockey. He's good at hockey. It's his number 1 sport. But I didn't really think that he was like in love with the game.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the first moment where he was like, I want to go play. I want to miss hanging out with my family, miss going to the beach and having fun, and I want to be with my teammates and go play hockey.
Eye opener right there for you. That's awesome.
Dude, it was great. I got chills just telling you. And then
it sucks now as a parent not being there too, though. You're like, damn, I want to watch my kid play. You know,
you almost
you better believe I watched every game on Live Bar, which thank goodness for technology. Right?
Yeah, I know. Jeez. All right. What about Talon?
And then my Talon, honestly, my favorite part of the season with him. Actually, this is an indirect story. It just happened. So we had a teammate that came up to me the other day after practice. We had a scrimmage where we scrimmaged the team that was a level above us. And that was on purpose. We're rolling into playoffs next weekend, and we wanted to kind of elevate the speed of the team to another level and kind of, if we can find out that next gear and have a couple other practices, we can roll into playoffs pretty hot and maybe surprise some people. Well, at the end of the scrimmage, we got worked a little bit. One of our teammates came up and said, Talon and a couple other kids are taking this stuff way too far. Like, they're in the locker room saying we need to work harder. We need to find another gear. We need to care more. We got playoffs in a week. We only got 7 more days together. Like, we need to be locked in, guys. And it's too much. Like, this is just a scrimmage. Like, why are we getting worked up over a scrimmage? And honestly, I kind of smiled and chuckled.
That's the whole point, bro.
Yeah.
It's the whole point. It's the whole point. I'm never going to be upset hearing that my kid is in the locker room trying to hold you guys accountable, especially as a goalie.
Oh, yeah, as a goalie. I mean, it's a quiet leader right there, too, You don't question the goalie. Leave him alone. Let him do what he's got to do.
Let him do his thing, man. Goalie things.
Oh, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. And the best thing about this whole call is you're going to beer league right now because that's where it all ends. That's
literally sitting in the parking lot.
Well, you get ready to go inside, and I'm proud and I'm happy that you called. We called you back, and we extended it a little bit longer here, and I'm okay with that, right, Greg?
This is a record. I think this is officially a record. We have beat.
Pat Murray. All right. So we broke it. We broke the record here. And Sean, you're part of it. So thank you.
Hey, appreciate you guys having me on. Appreciate you guys and what you're doing. This is great. And yeah, man, going to go have a beer with the boys and then go hit the ice.
That's it, man. And again, thank you so much for following. Thank you for your friendship. And I'm looking forward for even more seeing you at the rink. And like I said to you, once the San Jose Sharks get into the playoffs, we're hanging out.
Absolutely, man. Watch that Macklin Celebrini kid. I hear he's okay.
He's not that good. Yeah, right. He's awesome.
I love him so much.
He's good, man. All right, brother. You have fun. Thanks, man. You take care.
Adios.
Bye.
We'll see you. Bye.
Well, I think we'll just forego your rant tonight.
Yeah,
for the
no
first
rant
time.
tonight.
We'll say no rants necessary.
No rants necessary. Or do we want to do speed or lightning rounds too, or no? We want to hold off on that too.
Let's make this timeless.
Yeah, let's make it timeless.
It'll be this. This is your intro to Nashville hockey.
But I just want to let you know. Show the picture. I am wearing a jersey here, so for all you people, because this is a. It's a all-star jersey for back in the old days, and since we are in the Olympic time, and to me, I still think he's probably the best USA hockey player of all time. And it's hard for me to even say it because he was a New York Islander. It's Pat LaFontaine.
Pat LaFontaine.
And if all you people, it may be a question out there, you get a $5 gift card if you know who Pat LaFontaine is. You know what? He's one of the best. He's part of USA hockey players. Yeah, I think he's better than Madonna.
Back when we sucked.
Watch that mouth.
USA hockey used to be second rate.
Yeah,
but now look where we are.
We're doing all right. We're doing all right. But
I think it's because of those little goals.
I think so too. I think that started everything up. The little goals, 10U. That's the pivotal part. Even when we don't have any goalies to step up, the only goalie we have is Hellebuck. And did you see that blown goal by Swayman the other night? That's just awful.
Hey, we're just getting going, man. I like to say that I predict a USA gold medal here, and hopefully I don't sound stupid in the future. We'll edit that out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they got the grit. I don't think these pretty boy Canadians can handle it. And just a little contemporary stuff. The Canadians are struggling. They are struggling at the Olympics. They went, 8 days without a gold medal? They finally got something, I heard.
Yeah, but the real hockey right now, Canada just tuned up France 10-2.
Yeah, they're beating up on France. That's how bad it is.
Yeah,
they're cheating at curling. They're beating up on frogs. This is a joke. USA is going to come in. We're going to get our vengeance, and we're going to settle this once and for all.
I hope so. I hope they just go. Both Kachuk brothers just go ahead and run after Wilson. Just take out Wilson.
They're going to be so disciplined. But hey, I've said it here. Dirty Tom Wilson strikes again, and this time it's a former Predator.
Kevin Fiala, great year. Yeah, no, it sucks. It sucks. Tommy, listen, that's hockey. I mean, I'm okay with those type of hockey games, the hockey players, because to me, that's grit. That's grit. That's what I want to see. Hockey players.
It's a fine line.
It's a very fine line, though.
Elbowing people.
Hey, listen, Mark Messier throws those elbows. Always, it's still a good thing.
Well, hey, this has been an epic episode.
Epic.
Number 27 here.
One of my favorites. I mean, everyone's been great, but this was a different episode because it's just us here calling people, just getting their feelings. And again, I apologize to Steve, Jason, and Dan. We'll get you next time, but we will get you because we have so much to talk about with youth hockey. You know that, right?
And we're about to start baseball, and we'll do a little soccer too.
A little soccer, a little badminton, maybe some dance moms. Dance moms?
We keep teasing it, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah, we'll get it. Lisa, let's get back to you, Lisa. We're going to get you on the show. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. I don't I'm quiet in front of the camera. No, I don't want to hear that. You're good. You are good. You and my wife, Tammy, will talk about dance moms and how crazy you guys were. But I want to say thank you.
If you're not good, then we won't release it.
Yeah, we'll delete it.
That's happened. You know?
I cannot.
You kidding me?
Playoffs.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you very much. Let's have a good weekend here, you two, and have good luck in the playoffs, everybody.
Let's go.
Guys.
We're going to surprise some people. We'll talk to Sean afterwards.
Let's go, Sean. You got him. You got this. All right, boys. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it, Greg. Great time. Thank you, buddy. Let's say out. And our famous line to everyone, Beer League. Peace.
Beer League.